We are live.
Hello and welcome. I'm Nosh, your GM, and joining me today are Rigel Kent, Things, Ronki, Gigerman, and we welcome today a new player, Mighty Reek. We are continuing to play an adventure set in the exciting world of J.R.R. Tolkien's Middle-earth using the very adaptable GURPS rule set by Steve Jackson Games. Our VTT of choice is Fantasy Grounds. Today's adventure is adapted from Free League Publishing's The One Ring role-playing game and their supplement, Tales from the Lone Lands. And we will also beg and borrow rules from the GURPS Dungeon Fantasy lineup, as well as other GURPS resources that whatever we can remember from our collective brain pan. Credit goes to all creators of these works. You can find this and past sessions on YouTube, and as audio-only podcast, links are in the video description. If you enjoy our content, please like this video and subscribe to our Twitch and YouTube channels. Now, before we begin, is there any character business to be conducted? And I'll start with Caladorn.
Yeah. I went ahead and picked up Weapon Bond for Estelong, the Unyielding Hope, and increased my History Dunedain by 1 point.
Woohoo! All right, cool beans. Moving right along to Things. How's that moss-covered dwarf doing?
Moss-covered dwarf is doing fine. He has not changed anything.
All right. Nain, the Unchanging. What about Gwython?
I have made some changes to Gwython. So I had been having some problems with the character because he'd been a bit one-dimensional. And so I had to figure out some kind of actual character to give the character. So after some brainstorming, I decided to go with a fighter pilot mentality. So I did shuffle the disads around a little bit to compensate for that, but it's all personality based, so shouldn't be a big deal. And I bumped a couple of skills that are probably not going to get used.
Excellent. Multifaceted. Here we come. What about Horri, son of Nori?
I do have a bunch of unspent points, but I cannot think of anything to spend them on right now, so I'll save them for this session.
Okay. And of course, we have, am I pronouncing this right? Malar?
Malar, yeah.
Malar.
Malar just got a pipe and some tobacco to go with from
All right.
last version.
How do you pronounce his surname?
Hilvason, because he's son of Hilva.
Should probably intro him.
We're going to intro him. We are. We sure are. Now, and so the halfling is going to be standing in a static position for much of this game because FX could not join us. So Tolman is out of it.
Fortunately, he's portable.
Yes, he is. Somebody put him in your backpack and away we go. All right. So one of the things I wanted to do was review the spending of hope points because I did take a look at that and took another crack at it. And let me share that with you. I know. I took a crack at it, but as I know my enunciation needs work, interpret it as you will. So I decided to get rid of the whole idea of spend a point and counter somebody's action and they counter your action with a point, yada, yada, yada. So basically we're going to have a couple of lines of effort here. You can spend a hope point for what's called hopeful success, where you gain a +2 to your effective skill. And it's just one hope point per roll, but that cannot be applied to active defenses or damage rolls. So it's really just non-combat oriented. There's also support another character where, again, you can spend a hope point and give another character a +2 on a skill roll. The requirement is you must at least possess one character point in that relevant skill. And you can only one character can provide hope-based support on any single roll. So not everyone can just pool their points and bonuses. As well, this bonus replaces any complementary skill or teamwork bonus that might otherwise apply. So basically, choose whether you want to use complementary based to help someone or burn a hope point and get an automatic +2. And finally, there's inspired success, which you get to make a will roll. If you succeed, and it's got to be an unmodified will roll, and you can't use hope to modify your will roll, but if you make a will roll and spend a hope point, you can get a +4 to the skill roll. And so, yeah, it's meant to really make sure you are not going to fail at something. So again, can't be used for combat skills or active defense rolls or damage rolls. Can't be used while being miserable or ill-favored. And yeah, you can't spend hope to boost your chances of succeeding in your will roll. All of these, of course, have to be declared before you actually make the skill roll, not after the fact. And then finally, I added inspired defense. This is a biggie. So you can spend a fatigue point, as we all have done in the past, to get a +2 bonus to an active defense. But in addition to spending your fatigue point, you can spend a hope point and get a +3 to the same active defense for an overall bonus of +5. And so the idea behind this is it's sort of like when Boromir is fighting off on his last stand at Amon-Hen, and he is burning both his fatigue but also every ounce of his spiritual reserve to try to save the hobbits. Again, it's got to be declared before the defense roll is made. Can't just use it alone on improving a defense roll. It's got to be combined with feverish defense, and you can't use it while you're miserable or ill-favored. So I'm curious to see how that's going to roll out. No pun intended. Which brings me to the conditions of despair. I also tweaked these. I'll share this with you. So the first one is achieving a state of miserable. And when your current shadow point tally matches or exceeds your current hope tally, you become miserable and all effective skill rolls are capped at 14. I'm calling this the rule of 15. How creative. And so yeah, once you're miserable, doesn't matter how well you're skilled in something, you roll a 15 or higher, it is unsuccessful. And then if you go even worse to ill-favored, that's when your current shadow point tally equals your maximum hope score, or otherwise your IQ, then you become ill-favored. And here, you roll twice for all skill, ability, or trait checks, and you use the worst of the two results, or for a contest, the worst of the two margins, either the lower margin of success or the greater margin of failure. A critical success only occurs if both rolls are critical successes, and a critical failure occurs if either roll results in a critical failure. And for any active defense, while you're ill-favored, you have to apply a -2 penalty rather than roll twice. So that's what I tweaked, trying to, I think, capture a little bit better, perhaps, the Tor approach to the hope and the shadow effects, but we will find out. I also fleshed out the shadow paths very extensively, and we'll take a look at those if we actually ever, have anybody, be so bold as to go down a shadow path. But I spent a lot of time in the intervening months fleshing those out. However, there is one thing I wanted to talk about, and that is shadow points that you will get automatically if you commit misdeeds. And these are automatic. You don't get a shadow test to avoid them. So misdeeds such as, uttering violent threats or malicious lies or heedless cruelty, you automatically gain 1 shadow point. If you openly are manipulating others or abusing your authority or performing some sort of deliberate cruelty, it's an automatic 2 shadow points. For theft or plunder, oath breaking or cowardice or treachery, it's 3. For torment or torture, killing or crippling a surrendered foe or harmless folk, it's 4. And if you murder or willingly take actions in service of the enemy, it's 4 shadow points plus a shadow scar. Yeah, so basically, as you said, Rigel, don't be a dick. And talking at the theater, that's a biggie. We definitely score that 3 because you're thieving people of their enjoyment of the show.
There is a special place in hell for those who speak in the theater.
That is true.
That's special.
That's a quote from something that I can't remember.
Firefly.
That's the one.
So I also fleshed out the journey rules a bit more, but we'll get to those when the time comes. Now, with all of that said, Ronki went ahead and he developed a recap, and it's really a really a cool recap. And I just want to say that this moving forward, whenever we play the One Ring, this will be the narrative voice of the One Ring. And I hope you really enjoy this recap. So, Ronki, when you're ready.
The company rested at Farrell's homestead near the Weathertop Hills while pursuing the trail of Hamfast and the impostor Gandalf. During the night, Caladorn overheard Farrell's sons speaking of their father's worsening temper, strange dreams of a dark hill, and a huge shadowy figure seen moving toward the old watchtower. Caladorn connected this to Estelang, the unyielding hope, and the threat of Amon Guruthos. Suspicious men went over the gate toward the dogs, but Caladorn intercepted it before the animals could eat it. Before dawn, Horri saw a large dark shape moving toward the watchtower and heard eerie howling, yet at first light the company found no tracks where such a creature should have passed. Taking this as a sign of something stranger than ordinary banditry, the party advanced on the abandoned tower near the Great East Road. Tolman scouted ahead, climbed the tower, and silently killed the lookout while attempting to incapacitate him. Inside the tower, Caladorn, Horri, and Nain confronted the bandits. Several surrendered while others fought or fled. Tolman ambushed Osmar, an older man in a blue hat and silver scarf, who did not look like Gandalf, and knocked him unconscious. Nain dropped Dull Tam after he attacked Horri, while Bregel fled upward and fell to his death. With the fight over, Horri found Hamfast alive and terrified. Hamfast said Gandalf had lured him away by claiming a hero was needed. The session ended with prisoners secured, Hamfast rescued, and the tower basement, full of old vaulting, silt, cobwebs, and stored food, still unexplored. Did you know? The tower the adventurers explored in this episode, it was an ancient Arnorian watchtower. Not many people know that.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I really enjoyed that voice. So we'll invite that voice to come in again as we continue.
That's Michael
to
Gambon.
play. There we go.
He's dead, I think.
All right. So now that we've had a recap, let's have Mighty Reek introduce his character to us. And after you do the introduction, Mighty Reek, why don't you tell us how it is that Mighty Reek should find himself on the Great East Road, coincidentally, just east of Weathertop. Go for it.
So Malar is a caravanist, and he travels with a dwarven caravan from as far as the Iron Hills. The caravan passes through Erebor and Dale and crosses the Carrock and the Misty Mountains and heads to Bree and then to the Blue Mountains and then returns. Malar is he's a barding from Dale. He's original from Lake Town, and after the death of Smog and the ruin of the city, he was a child at the time, and he went to Dale, and he's a man of Dale nowadays, and he's a traveler, and that's his job, basically. Travels,
right.
and that's how he finds himself there.
Okay. So you're coming along the Great East Road, and you look off to the north. You can see the Weather Hills, and if you look further ahead to the west, you can make out the great promontory upon which Weathertop sits, which is not an uncommon sight for your well-traveled eyes. But what surprises you is that as you're moving along, you see a bunch of ragtag young men of various ages and some much older, and they're just running, coming out of like a gully from the north, and they see you, and one of them hollers, "He's with the law as well," and they all just keep running in various directions, and that's kind of what happens. They're like unarmed, and if they have arms, if they see you, they throw them down instantly and just keep running and trying to get out of the way, or at least get away from you. But a mad panic is what's overtaken them. All right, well, thank you for that introduction. Now we're going to turn to Gwython. And Gwython, can you tell us a little bit about what brings you back this way, and in particular, back towards this watchtower?
Let's see here. Remembering the name of the place that we were at, it was not Mithlond. It had a funny name.
Ah, yes. The funny name was, let's see.
Londar.
Yes,
Okay.
we were at Londare. That's right.
So when the party came back to Londar, Gwython stayed behind because this was the first time he had seen the sea, and he was kind of obsessing over it a bit. So he parted ways with the company there, and after a while, he decided, you know what, I need to meet back up with those guys. I'm getting bored here, so he started trying to track them down, and basically followed their their whereabouts all the way back to Bree and then to Weathertop, where he undoubtedly ran into Malar, who was looking for something to do, I guess, and said, "Hey, I know some guys."
Okay, there we go. It's very likely that you got to Bree and discovered that Gandalf was there, and Gandalf says to you, "Where are your friends?" And you say, "I don't really know, but I thought they came back here." And Gandalf tells you, "Well, apparently they went chasing after me and a young lad that I apparently spirited away from here. And they went chasing after an imposter because, of course, I'm clearly Gandalf. And so Gandalf asks that you track your friends down further and see where the heck they've gone and who is this imposter that apparently is running around claiming to be Gandalf." So that's a little bit more context to your moving towards the Weather Hills. But indeed, if you wish to be coming along the Great East Road and see Malar, I think I'm going to sort of turn it over to the two of you because Malar, no sooner do you see a bunch of bandits go running by, screaming bloody murder, than you see this amazing looking elf show up. And I'm just going to turn it over to the two of you.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to ask to have a horse at this point.
Then you see an elf waving at you from a horse.
So he's going to be charging after the bandits and screaming things in Elvish and shooting them rather expertly from horseback, and then he'll turn the bow toward Malar and stop because Malar is clearly not running away like a bandit would.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm not
Yeah.
a problem to you, Master Elf. And Malar will simply raise his hands and step back and be quiet.
Are you running or pursuing?
Nothing. They just crossed my path, and I don't know what's going on. They look scared, but I have no idea what's going on. They apparently run from me, and they said I was with them. I have no idea what's going on.
I don't either.
They were terrified of the Hobbit who just came out of nowhere to shank people.
They were running away like bad people, so I chased them.
Yeah, so it's positive to chase bandits. I wonder if something's going on. We should check it out.
Why are you here on the road?
Yeah, traveling, heading to the Blue Mountains with caravan. The caravan just left, and I'm a bit behind it. But they should be in Bree for the following days, so I have a couple time left.
Actually, just
Sounds suspicious. He doesn't have a caravan, but he's claiming he's with a caravan. I don't trust him.
he seems trustworthy. Was it known why the party was headed out?
No, I think the only people that knew that, well, sorry, correction. The townsfolk, they're the ones that, like it was Lucinda Hamfast's mother that implored them to go
Right.
and find her son. So there's probably a number of townsfolk who are aware that some mischievous wizard named Gandalf spirited away Hamfast. There's probably some who just completely think that's BS. But no, so there would be a small group of people from Bree that know that the party has gone to find Hamfast.
And he may have passed Farrell's house along the way.
Yeah, I mean, Farrell's house is a few miles off the road. So, depending on whether Gwython tracked the players or the characters, sorry, over their original path, or just was coming up the east road, I'll leave that to your discretion there, Gwython.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm trying to think of a reason why I would bring him along.
But I think the short answer is Gandalf has asked you to go and follow up and find the party, and ironically, coincidentally, you find Malar.
Okay.
Malar is quite impulsive, so he would definitely go after you, probably.
All right. So,
Well-
Malar, go ahead. Sorry.
So is Dalish something that's going to be recognizable? Would I recognize him as Dalish?
I would think so.
Okay. So to make things slightly easier, Gwython will reveal that he had had a dream about a Dalish man accompanying him on his latest quest, and here you are. I'm going to save a child from an imposter who is pretending to be Gandalf the Grey.
Gandalf,
Obviously up to no good. And perhaps you would like to come along and save him with me.
Sure, I will definitely accompany you because at least I have someone to talk with. Otherwise, I would have to travel alone to Bree, and that's very annoying for me. That reminds me a time where I find company of elves. Then he'll simply tell you about the story of how he encountered elves in the road, and it was a night, and they just as they appeared, they just gone after a while, and he thought it was a dream, but well, they knew his mother's name and all, so probably it was not a dream.
Do you speak any Sindarin? My Westron is not that good.
Yes, he does. I don't, but he does.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All
we
right.
shall quest together.
So off you go to the north, where the bandits had run from, with Malar filling your pointy ears, Gwython, with a stream of consciousness. Okay, let's jump over to the party at the watchtower. We left off with, I think, Horri descending into the steps of the crypt.
Wonderful.
I had to redo this damn map. I don't know what went wrong, but anyway, it's not as fancy schmancy as it was before. That's probably why it went wrong. So, can everybody
still
see?
Be loading.
Okay. I'm going to let it load. What do I have to do to make sure you see it now? Okay. Everyone can see it, I hope, once it loads.
Still loading for me.
Let's figure the upside down.
But now we have an ability to test this and see if things can see the image.
Okay, I can see it.
All right. So, just to set some context, I did not put any sort of walls or anything like this, so you're going to be able to see through all those pillars. But by using the ping mode, so these are pillars that are supporting the vaults of this crypt. What you see here are large mounds of mud, dried mud and dirt, probably left over hundreds of years of flooding. And it has just built up into layers upon layers that cover most of the floor. So moving in here is going to be somewhat difficult. There is a bonfire going, and there are some crates of foodstuffs sort of at the base of the stairs because the bandits didn't really want to go too far into this place. And there is smoke coming up through the stairwell, out a crack in the wall on the ground floor. And that is what you see, Horri, son of Nori.
Well, Horri will be trying to look into the deep darkness. I can't recall. Night vision 5. Is he able to see to the back wall?
I should think so. Let me open it up for you a little bit. How's that?
See the whole map.
Evil
Well-
spiders.
Horri will be saying, actually, he has a thing for spiders. Can he actually see any spiders around at the moment?
No, these are massive cobwebs but he cannot see anything moving at all.
Hello? Is there anyone down here?
Now you hear the muffled echo of your own voice.
He'll turn back to call back upstairs. Say, it seems empty, but there's a room beyond. I want to investigate it. And he'll take a few steps and then he'll stop and he'll say, it's safe for you to come down.
What are the rest of us doing?
FX is looking into the corner of a room.
You got the squits.
So Horri will walk very cautiously. He's expecting some sort of trouble. He'll get sort of halfway and he'll stop and he's just going to look back over his shoulder, making sure that his companions are actually following.
So over to the companions. What are you doing? Good companions, or maybe you're bad companions?
That's a really good question. Let's see. Oh, I am curious. So Caladorn is going to follow after making sure that I don't remember if we had any of the bandits still alive or captured or anything like that.
If I remember correctly, Osmer, the quote unquote wizard, was unconscious, but you bound him up. Daltam, the big dummy, was also tied up. He had been knocked unconscious by Nain. Bragle, the bandit leader, if you remember, ran up the tower and fell to his death. And the other bandits, I think, had just scattered. So there are some dead ones, but you've got the big Daltam, you got Osmer. Definitely is two.
We had rescued Hamfast and some other guys, I think.
Just Hamfast. The rest were all baddies.
Right. Well, we're going to leave Tolman up here to keep an eye on our prisoners and Hamfast. Let's go see
All
what's
right.
under the tower.
Let me drop you on.
Is our fatigue level correct?
Yes, it should still be what it was, because really
Bugger.
we're just literally just going into a continuation. So you guys have not really actually rested at all. But that's a choice if you want to rest.
So Nain would have his face like near the base of one of the columns in the vault, being like, hurry, check this out. This moss, it usually only grows in like the deepest, darkest parts of the Undermountain near ores.
Or Horri will look at him a little bit sideways, not quite understanding the excitement over moss. That's great.
How far in do you want to go, Nain?
He probably got distracted by the entrance near
Okay.
where Ronky is.
Okay, so kind of like there.
Perfect.
All right, excellent. Okay, so Horri, you continue to go, and again, like I say, this is really steep and just unstable ground you're walking over, covering. You can see it in places, but even in places where it's not thick, the tile is really covered with soot and dirt. Curiously, you are not seeing any footprints, at least not the bandits' footprints, but you are seeing some footprints, and they seem to be coming back and forth from the back of the crypt area in the very rear room.
Well, Horri was quite okay with not seeing footprints until you said not seeing bandit footprints.
Yeah, like it's clear the bandits did not come back this way, but something or someone came back this way.
So Horri will proceed very slowly, and from his body movements, he hopes that the rest of the party knows to be quiet.
Okay.
And
Does
he will
anybody
be
have
stealthing from here on.
Okay. Let's have a stealth check in the box, please. And does anybody have danger sense?
Sadly, no.
That makes me think there's danger here.
I know, right?
Okay, so Horri, you managed to clamber up around the dirt and the mud piles of the basement. Nothing seems to be disheveled. You're not making any noise. Caladorn, what are you up to?
Since he had to grab a torch to actually properly see, he's probably just crouching in place, keeping an eye on Horri, with a plan of charging over there if something bad happens.
Okay.
Because clearly Horri is trying to sneak, so you can't really sneak when you're holding a torch.
Okay. And Nain, what are you up to? Things.
Nothing
What
helpful.
you up to? Nothing helpful? Okay.
Nothing helpful.
All right. Nothing helpful. All right. Okay. So back to you, Horri. What's your next move?
He's going to proceed towards the end, still being quiet. And once he sort of gets into this little doorway there, he's going to, look left, right, and he will actually look up at the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what?
If he sees nothing, he will then proceed.
Okay, you do see something. I will show it to you now because I think it was there initially when I opened the map. You see this, and it appears to have been like pulled up out of the dirt, and it's kind of just resting there haphazardly. You just couldn't see it from further back.
Yep, they did something stupid.
It's a TIE fighter.
And so this is a coffin that has been lifted from the dirt, and there's a hole next to it.
You can see where you can sort of see where the dirt that must have covered it over the centuries has literally been pushed away. And curiously, doesn't look like somebody hauled it up so much as something moved the dirt away from below.
Yeah.
You're a dwarf. You know when something's been hauled up versus something has surfaced, if you will.
So he will proceed in. He'll take a look at this. He will sort of wave the others to come forward.
There, I got that
doesn't
token.
look good.
I got that token lock up. Nain, are you proceeding forward or are you hanging back?
Well, he didn't make a noise, and Nain's face is buried, staring at moss, and he has absent-minded, so he's definitely not being helpful.
This is awesome. Okay, so what you basically see is a very old sarcophagus, and the lid on this thing, it's not a stone sarcophagus, but it is made from iron, and the lid looks like it definitely has been used.
What does that mean? Used. It's a lid. It's closed.
Yes. And it's about this time that the lid flings right open.
Dun, dun, dun.
With blinding speed, and I will show you what you see.
And this is also the time that Goithon and Malar just happened to rock up to the tower.
Yeah, I think it's about this time that the clippity-clop of hooves are coming to the base of the tower.
And Tolman's like, Goithon, hey, you missed the battle.
Exactly. Let me see if I can find the images I'm looking for here. Nope, can't find it. That's odd.
It escaped.
It did escape.
Hiding.
Here it is.
Well, if
No
we
image,
can't see
that
it,
means
it
the bad
can't
guy
see
doesn't
us.
exist, right?
Horror in the crypt. Great.
So that is what kind of climbs out of that casket, and I will
I
put
agree.
that.
That beard that dude has is a horror. Do we
Is that
suddenly start
Caladorn?
hearing fight music playing?
You totally hear fight music playing. So this thing, this hellish-looking white,
White.
in the form of a long-dead shield maiden, just springs out of that coffin, and the two of you are going to have to make a fear check at -3 because she has always on terror.
Great.
Or he will succeed the fright check, but as it happens, one of his traits, maybe it's the dust in the air, has caused him to sneeze and sneeze rather loudly, and he goes into a sneezing fit for the next turn.
Oh, nice. All right, Caladorn.
Yeah, I'm having to add this. I don't. Oh, damn it! There it is. Duh.
And he's trying to get the words out to say, it's a white, but it's like it's a.
Man,
Okay, all right.
failed by
All
one.
right. All right, buddy, roll your shake and bake.
Here we go again.
Right. How the hell do I do this again? Right. This is just a fright check.
Yeah, with the +1.
Stun.
No, that's not
1
so-
second.
That's
We
not so
add
bad.
that.
Is this the Dungeon
Still
Fantasy Fright
sucks.
Check table?
No, I think it's just the ordinary one.
That didn't add. Way to go, dude.
Okay. So, Gwython, clippity-clop, clippity-clop, clippity-clop. And you come to the tower, get off your horse.
Maninas.
All right, so the wit, the white. Why do I keep saying wit?
I don't know. Why do you keep saying wit?
I don't
Canadian.
know. I guess maybe that's
Because
why.
we all wish we had more of it.
there you go. Ah, the white. Yes, the white is going to move into close combat with the dwarf and is going to claw the dwarf with an innate attack. And while it looks like it's clawing you with its hand, it's really not clawing you with its hand. This is a supernatural attack.
Hey, Horri has no idea if this will work, so he will take a step back and will be throwing his shield up to try and block this freezing hand.
Okay, successfully blocked.
So I'm going to make a health roll to see if I recover from my sneezing fit.
What is that from?
And it's just a quirk that he has.
Conan.
So
that's
he
that's
would,
where we saw this before.
he will have recovered, and he will see that Caladorn is not quite ready, so he's going to stand in the way and attack this thing.
No, in Conan we ran into a ghost chick coming out of a sarcophagus.
All righty. The
Success
White.
by 7.
the white is going to try to dodge this. And let's see here. It will. Now it's going to, let's see. It's going to try to dodge your attack. And it does.
And Horri will
Damn,
say,
that is a high dodge.
Caladorn, focus!
All right. Click on the next actor, please.
It did. It's
The-
going.
Tolman's.
The player is not here.
Oh, sorry. All right.
Tolman can eagerly gesture for the new arrivals. He's like, "Come on in!" But then he hears the sound of fighting.
All right. So, Malar, what do? You also have come to the base of the tower, and you've seen the elf send a greeting into the tower.
Yeah, and I'll
He's
follow.
chatting with the hobbit.
That's a hobbit. It's probably a took. He's taking adventure. So, am I aware of the fighting downstairs?
Not yet.
Okay, so I'll just look around, see what's going on into the
What you
tower.
see-
Into the...
Yeah, what you see is basically a room with a stairwell to the, I guess it would be to your right, going up to a second level. There's a lot of bedrolls and some backpacks and weapons on the floor, and a couple of unconscious or at least bound up individuals. One who's massive, the other who's an old man in a blue robe, and you see Tolman kind of watching over them, talking to the elf.
And a scared-looking kid in the corner.
Oh yeah, and a scared-looking kid in the corner.
Okay, so I'll just wait. I'm going to listen what they're talking about and won't let them finish their conversation.
Yeah, somebody down
Okay.
below needs to scream real loud.
Yeah.
All right. Click on the next actor button, if you will, please.
Damn, I don't have penetrating voice.
Where the hell is that? Next set.
There you go. Nain, over to you.
So, I have absent-minded and currently staring at Moss. Do you want me to make a perception roll at -5 to see if I notice that this is going on, or is it close enough that it's just there?
I think that you can roll with your modifier because you are an absent-minded fellow.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well done.
Hey, made it. So, Nain will see what's going on and be like, "Oh shit!" Boom! And his
Monster.
drum will echo out in a thunderous clap.
Okay. You will have to make a fear check at -3. Or not.
Fail by 5. Where's the fear roll?
Let's see. The fear tables are there. I dropped it in the chat for you.
Thank you. This is bad.
Oh, I think you put a
Oh,
-5
yeah, I did it
instead of a
backwards.
plus. Do you want to just go with the 7?
No, that's funnier.
Okay. Roll how many FP you lose. Okay, you lose 4 fatigue points and roll 1d for how many seconds you're stunned.
All right,
Could
so
be
never
worse.
mind. No echoing drum ring. Yeah.
All right, so you spin around, and I'm going to say you do emit a horrifying kind of like, oh, shit. And then you stun yourself, and it's like, oh.
Mhm.
Caladorn.
Right. Let's see if I can get better. Where is that at? There it is. Push that button. Damn it. Still stunned. Fail by one.
Grython, you hear the tones of Nain, the moss dwarf, scream something, oh, shit.
All right. Well, yeah, he was mid-sentence and just springs over to whatever hole that came from. So, however long it takes him to get there, he'll get there.
Okay. I think
It's
probably
pretty
in
small. It was pretty
It
small
is.
area, so I think you could cover that in like a round to get to the stairs.
absolutely. Okay, it's the white's turn. So the white is, let's see here. The white is going to take a step and attack, and you see this ghastly bluish spear, like instantly material somewhere out of its body, and it thrusts this thing at Calador.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have, is it shield wall or teamwork? Or can you parry for block for someone else?
Shield wall, depending. Either one of them will work, but it does require one of those.
Can you use extra effort when stunned?
I don't see why not.
I don't think
But
you can.
is there an actual ruling on that?
Despite being stunned, Caladorn will parry this thing with Estelong, the unyielding hope.
All right. Okay. Horri.
Horri will swing his axe at this thing. Whoops, I should have done some deceptive. Doesn't matter.
Success by 3. All right. So the just need to call up my own notes around spending of hope points, because of course these creatures have hate points. So the white wants to do a inspired defense here, which means it's got to burn a fatigue point and a hope or a hate point to get that +5. But it's going to try and dodge. Bloody good thing it did. Next.
Yeah. So Malar just saw Gadion just bolt to the stairs, right?
Yep.
So he'll follow suit. He'll drop his backpack as a free action, and he'll just keep his spear and go down the stairs too.
Okay. Nain, you're stunned. I will push the next button for you. Caladorn.
Going to try to come out of stun.
Good luck with that.
Successfully this time. So that's all I can do this round, but I am no longer stunned.
All right. Gwython.
Where
Let
shall
me
I
add you.
appear?
How about there?
Gwython is at the top of the stairs. He shall move down them. How quickly was he moving? I don't remember. It's been a while. Oh, shit. Yeah, he's fast. Okay.
But is he calm drunky when he's drunk fast?
Maybe faster than that. All right, so he's going to come down the stairs. He'll be over, I don't know, there-ish, and take note of the situation.
Okay. Do you think you can see the white or not?
Well, so we do have we do have lighting in here.
Yeah, there's the firelight, and Caladorn has a torch.
So unless the white is shadowed somehow on the other side of that corner, I don't see any reason why not. The one being in front of the white from his perspective is a dwarf.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to say that you don't
Oh,
see the
That's
white.
why you were asking.
Yeah, I don't think you see the white right away. Okay. Okay, so the white is going to, let's see here. 1 second. Okay. So the white casts its gaze viciously upon Caladorn.
It's just jealous because I'm handsome.
What happened to you, Caladorn? You don't look the same anymore. You've changed your avatar picture.
I have. I like the actual Ben Barnes image better than the AI version.
We are too pretty to die.
Okay, so this deathly gaze, you're going to have to make a health check at -2 or fall unconscious.
Okay. I don't want to do any of that. So let me look. I have to read that again. So he is going to expend one of his hope points to get rid of that -2 and roll it just at straight health. And I got to check, is he fit? Damn, he's not fit. And success by 3. So he says no.
Excellent. Horri.
Horri will let out a war cry and swing his axe with some deceptiveness. This will be deceptive too.
Fortunately, in your case, you're less likely to hit the ceiling.
True.
That is a success by 1.
All righty.
That was
Okay.
deceptive 2.
So, all right. So, deceptive 2 means what again? Sorry.
-2 on your defense.
Right.
She has a thing for you, Caladorn.
Oh yeah, she likes you, Bert.
You see the wraith, the wake blink out of existence and reappear here.
Huh? What? How? And I guess Horri can finish by turning a little bit. Actually, he didn't step, so he can turn fully.
Malar, I'm going to get you on the map.
Yeah.
Poof.
So as soon as I get there, I see the white.
No, you're just looking down the stairs at this point.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
you will.
going down.
You will have seen Gwythan running down the stairs right in front of you, and he cut
Yeah,
to
okay.
cut to the left there.
Yeah. So I'll do the same. I'll follow and I'll just observe and try to scout what's going on here by the fire. I just go down the stairs, and if Gwythan goes through the right side, I'll go through the left side of the fire.
Okay. Nain, still stunned?
Is it round 5?
Not yet.
Okay.
Caladorn.
I had to wheel around and bellow a battle cry. Probably going to call out to Durandus, his ancestor, who once wielded this sword, as he does a deceptive 3 swing, probably using the torch as a distraction. Success by 3.
All righty.
So that means you take a -3 on your defense.
It's going to do the same thing. It's going to burn a fatigue point as well as a hate point, but with, you said a -3?
Yep.
So we'll give it a +2.
Damn. That's going to be really freaking tough to hit. Yeah, that thing's going to be super freaking tough to hit.
Gwythan, now you can see the white. So it's a -3 to your fright check.
Right. Got to do that first.
And Gwython's like, right, this is why I stopped traveling with these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evil things.
This is
'Cause
not
it
the guy
was.
with the huge fright check. Not that he
Today it
cares.
is.
You rolled a 3, dude.
Even
Yes.
now.
Awesome.
You went,
Okay.
oh, how quaint. Another dead thing.
Exactly.
Is this considered rough terrain or anything, or is it just normal?
It is rough terrain, but I have not been applying any modifiers to people's
Okay.
movements.
So
just-
we've got
Just be aware that the columns are kind of
Pillars.
blocked. Yeah, the pillars are the thing that are the issue.
So I think what Gwython is going to need to do is run this way and get a decent line of fire there. Yeah, that's probably what he can do for now.
Okay. The white goes like that and is going to try to hit you with that deathly gaze again.
He has some serious eyes for you.
It's a she. Margin critical. That means I can't defend.
You can defend.
Is that true?
No, it would just mean that you still need to succeed by 10 to not be
What?
affected.
No, he said earlier it was -3 on the health check.
No, it's a -2 on the health check.
Okay, so it's not a contest.
I meant to do the
Hang on a
same.
second. You raise a good point.
Thanks for
Close
screwing
your
me
eyes.
there.
Okay, deathly gaze here. No, all it says is, it says the white must win this quick contest to affect the victim. If it wins the quick contest, then you have to roll it health -2.
Is this an actual innate attack gaze? Because then that's the roll to hit.
Sorry, which is the roll to hit?
Well, if this is innate attack gaze that you've just
It's
rolled
not
here,
a gaze, it's a quick contest. So they both roll attack and defense, and margin of victories is the determining factor of success.
I think, as far as I know, it's an affliction level 3 that causes unconsciousness, costs 5 fatigue points to use. It's a malediction, and
So quick contest. So it rolls its skill to use that ability against usually will or HT to resist, and then effect occurs if it wins, and he rolls to resist effect.
Good lord.
all right. So
I
it's
can't win.
actually
I can't beat that.
so it actually it succeeded with its as a margin crit. Yeah.
can you do the heroic hope point?
I'm in the process of trying to read that.
That reminds me, Gwython had accumulated a number of lost some hope points, whatever, and I don't know if there was enough time after he had left to shadow points. Sorry, that was the one. He had accumulated some shadow points, and I wondered if he had time to reduce that at all.
Yeah, I mean, you can recover those through staying, like at an inn. So I suspect, yes, he's had time. How many was he down, Giger?
He had 4 shadow points.
4. Okay. Let's just see here. Yeah, so for recovery of the shadow, let's see here. Oh, hang on a second here.
Yeah. Also, did hope go up when this particular adventure started?
Yeah, like you would have had your hope points.
Is that everybody?
restored. No, not everybody, because everybody's been whoever. I don't know if you guys used hope in the last session or not.
Well, mine was marked at 8, and I don't know if I used any then either.
Oh, right. Hope is that works differently, I think. Yeah, I just wanted to see if I could reduce the shadow points because he's pretty close on that.
Okay, so what am I rolling to avoid going unconscious? I don't think I can succeed, but I want to try.
All right. Sorry, what was your question again?
What am I rolling for Caladorn to avoid going unconscious?
Okay. So according to my notes on her here, you roll at health -2.
Okay, even though that's a margin crit.
Well, if this is
It doesn't matter if it's a contest.
Yeah, if it's a quick contest, it doesn't matter if it's a crit.
Yeah, I cannot beat the margin by 10. If I'm at -2, that puts me at a 10 effective. If I put the hope point, that puts me back to 12, and I cannot margin crit by 10. So guess I got to shoot for a 3.
What did she roll? Because I wasn't paying attention to what
she rolled She made her roll by 10.
Nope.
Yeah,
I'm
okay. So
unconscious.
no, but quick contests are maximum amount of like
Yeah, rule of 16.
16, I think.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
that's not going to apply here. Her skill level is already 16. It's not going to change anything.
I'm unconscious. Moving on.
Okay. So you see Caladorn collapse to the ground.
Horri will move around there, and I guess he will spend a fatigue for a heroic charge, do some deceptive, and will successfully hit.
Okay. What's the negative against her dodge?
-2.
Righto. Fail by 2.
God, that's crap damage.
Good Lord. All right. So let's see. You've got so she doesn't truly have. Now here's a question for the wisdom of the group. She's got what I'm calling ghostly armor.
Okay, so that's DR.
Yeah. So my question is because it is a form of DR, but it's not like physical armor. The armor divisor still applies, correct?
What does ghostly do?
Let me see here. What did I put it down as? I just put it down as damage resistance ghostly armor 4.
I'm guessing that if it's a physical thing, if it manifests like an ectoplasm hard surface, then it would be the armor divisor would work.
I would think so too.
Yeah,
I didn't
does
really
she have hardened?
Yeah, I didn't put anything additional to it, so I would agree. It is basically innate DR, I suppose, at that point.
There is also the armor spell. You could probably reference that and see what it says, if it says anything.
That's a good point.
Well, I'm sure that those don't normally do anything different as far as the nature of the DR itself. Otherwise, it wouldn't
Yeah,
be super
hardened
useful.
rarely comes in until you get into like TL 9, 10 stuff in GURPS.
Yeah, all it says is for the armor spell, just adds to the DR, and it's treated for all purposes like DR from armor.
Uh-huh.
Well, then,
So I think
so the armor divisor would work.
Yeah, and you're attacking with that Western axe, aren't you?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, so 6 points of injury is what the white receives, and so your blade sinks through this bluish form, and you hear the white let out this horrendous howl, unearthly sound you've never heard before, Horri. But you know you have chipped into this thing and chipped into it well.
Ah, that hurt you.
Malar.
Okay, Malar. Malar is going to. Is there a stick on fire I can grab from the from the fire?
At this point, Malar, have you rolled a fright check yet?
Nope.
Okay, so first roll a fright check at -3.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. I was messing
Wow,
around.
that was messy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, like that. By 1.
Okay, so does the fright check there need to be modified in any way? I thought that couldn't be higher than a 14.
No, it's if you roll a 14, it fails regardless.
Roger that. Okay. All right, so Malar, yes, you don't get freaked out by this thing, and you're looking to pick up a fiery brand, are you?
Yeah, I would like to crouch and grab it. And
all right.
Make sure you grab the right end.
Yeah, the non on fire end.
Okay.
Preferably.
I'm gonna try and drop something onto you. Hang on a second.
It's an anvil.
All right.
Did you get the fiery brand?
It opened a window, but I don't know if I get it.
If you're trying to give him a weapon, you probably drop it on the combat section.
1 second.
Or the inventory.
1 second. All right, I added the fiery brand under your combat as a weapon.
That's it. Okay, that's it. And I'll look at Nain and I'll say, "Good Lord, he's covered in moss. What the hell happened here?"
I'm unconscious. Not much I can do.
Gwython.
Okay. Well, while he's doing what he's doing, he's going to yell at Nain and say, "Get Caladorn," which is
I
probably going to be
checked.
a
There's
waste of
nothing I
time,
can
but
do.
he'll tell
It's
him anyway.
15 minutes of unconsciousness before he wakes up. I already checked.
Yep.
And outside of that, Gwython is going to shift into machine gun mode and attempt to put an arrow through this thing. So,
Okay.
first off, what did the Western S arrows do?
Oh, hang on.
I missed that part because he will be grabbing one of those. I'll go ahead and do the thing. Fast draw specific arrow roll. Ugh. Well, tried to fail, but it didn't. Okay, so he successfully fast drawed the arrow. He's going to do his quick shooting roll to knock it in frickin' record time. It's a shame that doesn't get me anything.
Margin critical.
The Western S arrow does +1 to impaling damage, and it has an armor divisor of 2.
Ah, okay. So noted. All right, so he made his knock roll, and he will now shoot a Western S arrow at the thing. Oh, did I put that in vitals? I did.
Yep. Okay, so let's see. That's a
Didn't
miss.
know it was coming.
Oh, good point. Good point. Let's say it didn't know it was coming.
Excellent. I accept. All right, so +1, divisor 2. That had a space in it, didn't it? All right, have targeted, so damage.
All right.
9 points to the vittles.
Okay. It is unliving for injury tolerance.
Gotcha.
However, it howls as this arrow sinks into its body. So you certainly hurt it. Okay.
Well, now it knows
Let's
I'm here.
see. The wit is going to, let's see.
The wit, huh?
The wit. I can't stop it. I'm just going to call it wit from now on.
Well, it's used some pretty nasty cutting words on us. I mean, it's like half of us are unconscious and stunned from how witty it's been.
So it has the warp feature. Its warp is reliable at +9. It's got a maximum warp
whatever
range.
its skill is -1.
Yeah. So let's see here. So if it wants to warp over to in front of Gwython, it has, according to my character sheet, it's got warp range limit of 10 yards, reliable at +9, and it rolls off its IQ, correct?
Yep. So an IQ -1 to conduct an instantaneous or a 1-second warp, I should say.
Right. But the reliable gives it a +9. Is that not correct?
Yeah. So normally it's at -10.
Yeah. So this would be at -1, you're saying?
IQ -1, yeah.
Right, okay.
Because warp skills for instantaneous are at -10, then -8, etc., etc. So that's why they always have like reliable 9 or 10.
Right. Success by 1?
Well, that's going to be aggravating.
And
Right,
that takes
so-
a second, so that's its turn.
Yeah, it's technically that is its turn.
So War is going to turn 1, 3. Horri will do a move and attack.
Okay.
He'll take the maximum roll of 9. Actually, no. This thing is pretty nasty, so he's going to burn a fatigue with a heroic charge, and he'll do deceptive. Damn. Failed by 3.
Okay.
Okay, so
Malar.
Malar is going to charge it. I'm going to burn the fatigue for a heroic charge, and I'll try to hit it with the firing stick. What? Okay.
What?
Oh, he's
Oh,
got
because you don't
a
have the
0.
level in it. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Well,
this should be what? Broadsword. Nothing. Okay, never mind. Anyway, at a 14, I would fail.
Okay. Nain, we are at round 5. Look at you go.
Nain recovers.
Caladorn does nothing.
Does nothing. Gwython. A white has popped into view.
Okay, this is problematic. Okay, but someone else is engaged here, so I realized there was a move I wanted to do, and I just realized I can't do that the way I thought I could. So, plan is he is going to take a step back, and I can't decide which hex this needs to be in, but he wants to stay out of Malar's way. He is going to fast draw 2 Westerness arrows, which he will do successfully and knock them both. But he can't actually fire this round because that's not allowed, apparently.
Okay. All right. So the maiden is not targeting Caladorn anymore. The maiden. So can the maiden? The maiden's got extra attack 1.
Ooh.
Can the maiden step into close combat with Malar, swiping it with its close innate attack, freezing claw, and try a spear thrust at Horri?
Yes.
You'll be. What is striking
You'd
out
probably
of close
do
combat?
the spear thrust first, though.
Yeah, that would be more efficient.
Okay, so it'll do a spear thrust first at Horri, and then as it goes into close combat, try its freezing claw on Malar. I think because it's got hate to burn, it has nothing to burn it on. This is just a straight attack on Horri.
Horri will block successfully.
Good stuff. Now it's in close combat with Malar. It will do freezing claw on Malar. Or not.
No,
It actually failed something.
Imagine that. Horri, did you skip yourself?
Oh, my bad.
Silly
Horri
person.
is going to attack with a deceptive.
-2 because he's in close combat now.
with me. Yes, with Malar.
In that case, I'm going to modify the deceptive. So that was only deceptive 1.
Okay, so a -1 to the defense roll.
Mm-hmm.
And actually,
yeah,
Horri will also step there.
I think
so
he
that
actually would have. Well, I think that would have counted as a side hex right there, but you could get in a rear hex.
Well, it'd be the same.
It'd be the same penalty for you right now, but next time.
All right, so what's the penalty for the white to roll?
It'll be
Minus
overall
3.
-3.
Failure by 3.
Give me some decent damage this time. That's a little better.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, you cleave into its body, and you sort of see its shape suddenly start to almost dishevel, kind of go weird, wonky, and it makes
Wibbly
another horrendous howl. Oops, sorry, that's Malar.
Yep. So she should be in my X or not?
Yes, she's in your
Okay.
X.
So I'm going to drop the stick because I can use it apparently, and I'll just stick it with the spear in one hand. That's what I have in the other hand.
You'll need to step away.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a step back here and roll it. This Jesus Christ.
Wow.
All right.
It's going to be one of those days. You get newbie
Yeah.
dice.
Yeah. Should be not rolling the 17s and 18s though.
This is
All
it.
right.
Hey,
That's how
this
it's
is the
supposed to
first
Who
fight any of my
Who-
characters have been in where my character hasn't actually fallen over. So you're doing better than I have.
I
Over
took
yet.
that from you.
who lent Mighty Reek Mel's dice?
Right?
Yeah.
If it's your first time at Fight Club, you must get Mel's dice.
And I draw my shield.
Is there any way to use hope to like regain consciousness or anything?
No, not really. Once you're physically down,
Okay.
you're down. All right,
Okay.
Gwython.
Well, in that case, you might as well hit the skip button on me because I'm unconscious for like 15 minutes.
Pretty sure this combat's going to be over as soon as Gwython finishes what he's about to do.
Well, it might be. Could you adjust your position to the proper hex? Okay. This is either going to be really cool or really bad.
You shoot your compadres.
So, I am going to have to do an all-out here. Hence the potential bad. I have now applied it. Gwython has ready 2 arrows the last turn. And now he is going to say in Sindarin, "Hey, bitch," to get her attention. And he's going to shoot 2 arrows, 1 in each eye.
Okay.
He has a 12.
Yeah, 60%
That's one.
chance twice.
Oh,
Oh!
Good.
He definitely does.
Well,
That's a fight over.
and there's the other one,
There's a
which
one.
is also a success. 1 each eye.
On the bright side, can't dodge the first one.
No, can't dodge the
So
first
there's a
one.
-1 to defend
All right.
due to the dual weapon attack.
Let's
but that's
just
only
see
going to
if
apply to the other one.
let's see if we can dodge 1 arrow.
You got to roll in the critical hit thing there, Gwython.
Nope.
So
Just gonna take both of 'em.
hit. Both hit.
All right. Well, critical hits, eh? I don't get those very often. Here we go.
Critical hits, eyes break, brain damage.
Oh my
With
Ow.
god.
Jesus Christ. Yeah,
How
Yeah,
do you
make
it's-
ever
it
see that?
an 18.
Okay.
He went from 2
I
extremes.
don't think I've ever seen that in our games.
No, I don't think I've ever seen that one. Now, how the hell do you apply that? So,
Well, it's piercing, so it's double
well,
to
no,
the
I mean, if you roll the damage off the damage button, how do you triple that? Or does the GM have
So
to
don't, or the GM could do it, or I think you could untarget, roll the damage, then
yeah,
do the right click.
let's do it that way. All right,
Isn't
did I
it
untarget?
unliving?
Yes.
And
Okay.
for piercing, it's a 1/3.
All right, so we got two eye hits, 1 each. The first one is going to be triple damage, and that was kind of shit damage, but 8. So I
that's
guess
20
that's triple. That's triple damage, but assuming she still has a brain, if she doesn't have injury tolerance, then that's ×4 after that.
So I would have to drag that onto her on the combat tracker to activate the damage, right?
If you right click that, do you have an option to multiply by 3?
I can double the value.
Now go ahead and roll the other one. Oh, damn it, wrong button. That die was
Well,
cocked.
In this case, I would then just drag it onto the white and then manually alter the incoming damage to 24,
Yeah, that's probably the only way to do it.
and then
Okay.
apply all the other calculations.
Yeah. So basically, the injury tolerance is unliving, but the armor divisor still is well in play. So that's going to do 22 points of injury. That's just 1 arrow.
No, it bypasses the DR.
And the other one here, the other one did not do triple damage.
No.
So just a few more things about this white. It let's see here. Yeah, the injury intolerance is unliving.
Uh-huh.
But I'm just scrolling down to see if it says anything.
Does it have
Is
no
that
brain?
No, that's the point. This thing is like, yeah, it doesn't have any vitals. It doesn't have anything like that.
Well, that's the thing. If it actually has injury tolerance, no brain,
yeah,
or injury tolerance, no vitals,
yeah, it's just got injury tolerance unliving.
which means it does have a brain.
All right. Regardless, it's down. Your attack has oh, sorry, no. See, well, this is weird. I've got no blood, no brain, no vitals, unliving.
Oh, okay. Well, you do have it then.
All right.
Then it doesn't get the multipliers for hitting the brain. You might
Yeah.
as well just set
So
it
at this
to
point, it's just
torso.
the ×3 on the first one and the 8
Yeah.
on the second.
Regardless, the 2 arrows sink in, and this form, this bluish gaseous form, screams and kind of erupts up into the ceiling in vicious form of flashes of lightning, and you see basically a corpse collapse to the floor of the crypt with 2 arrows sticking out of its eye sockets, and an arrow sticking out of its side, and massive gashes from an axe on the body.
And Gwylan says, "Well, that was scary.
Let's burn it.
I see Caladorn has traded places with Nain. Suppose we should wake him."
I hope that he still lives.
Actually, that's probably a valid point. We don't actually know he's only sleeping, unless he's actually, heaving chest and all that. Gwylan will collect the arrows if they are in a state of collectibleness.
What is the rule on that? Is it like rolling like a 1d6?
There's not an official rule, but we've been using just the breakage rules.
Okay. And what are those again?
On a 1 or a 2,
it was a
it
1d6.
For
Well,
for a normal arrow, on a 1 or a 2 on a d6, it breaks. If it's a fine arrow, it's only on a 1.
now those might be fine arrows.
Yeah, so these things have puissance and penetrating weapon. That's all they've got on them. So I didn't construct them as fine arrows. At
Okay.
least I don't think I added that to their. Yeah.
Okay. So it was 1 or 2. You really need a table for that. Didn't somebody create a table for that?
There might
Yeah,
be. 'Cause
anyway.
it's a lot easier just to pick up the number of dice for the number of arrows that you've fired.
Well, if you have a table for it, it's a lot easier to just click the table. All right. Looks like one of them is no good.
You can, however, recover the head.
True. I will notate this.
All right. So, Nain, you're going to perform first aid on Caladorn.
Well,
He's more.
first,
I look
Horri
at
will
him.
go over
He's
there and
fine.
sort of
He's
shake.
just asleep. He'll wake up in a bit.
Actually,
Horri
is that
goes
one of
over there
those
and will
unconscious
shake
where you can
Caladorn.
actually wake them up?
It's 15 minutes. There's no means of waking someone who's unconscious up as long as they're above
Well, there
0
is.
HP.
I mean, you can use stuff like smelling salts, but yeah.
We'll say that he's just going to be out for a while, for the 15 minutes at least. But I don't think you took. Did you take any damage at all, Caladorn?
No,
No.
just damage to his pride.
Just damage to his pride. Okay. So first off, yeah. So whoever's going over to see him, he is just lying there, but he's perfectly healthy. He's just passed out on the dirt, and the Stellang is still gripped in his hand.
Well, Horri shakes him. Caladorn, wake up! Wake up!
Maybe he has a white streak in
He'll
his
wake
hair
up
now.
soon. Relax.
Well, he still
I hope
breathes.
he didn't fall in his torch.
In the meantime,
Horri will
go
pick
ahead.
him up and carry him over near the fire so he lays down with a little bit of warmth.
Well, remember, Caladorn is not a small fellow. He's 6'5".
Mhm. Yeah.
Horri's not a small dwarf. He'll throw you
All
over
right.
the shoulder. If you're that tall, your legs will drag, and so will your head, as you're bent over his shoulder.
So, because you have now experienced the basically the exposure to the white, everyone will have to make a will check. It can be modified by your advantages or disadvantages, but this is basically a shadow test to resist gaining shadow points.
What traits were affecting that?
So it's a will roll. Again, modified by any advantages or disadvantages you have.
Right, which ones?
Well, whichever ones would give you a bonus to your will roll. I think had we sort of thought that maybe though combat reflexes wouldn't give you a bonus for a will check.
I recall we had that discussion about whether or not it's actually fright, and I think it had been determined not to be, but if there are advantages that affect it, I don't know what they are.
Yeah, I mean, I throw that in as a catch-all, but I don't know if
combat
anybody has.
reflexes didn't affect, but I don't think we discussed what might. But yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I
this is
don't-
a will.
Anyway.
We'll
It's only
ignore that.
5 points.
This is a will roll, not a
Really?
fright check. So
Jesus.
That's right. It is a will roll. Yep. Oh my gosh, Caladorn, for God's sakes.
Well, I guess it sort of makes sense because the thing directly affected his
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so so for those of you who succeeded, you potentially could have gained 3 shadow points from this experience. But if you succeed, you reduce the shadow points. You reduce the shadow points that you would have gained by the margin of your success, minimum 1 point.
So we gain 1
Yeah.
automatically. Or it automatically goes down by at least 1. Which way does it minimum?
That's a good question.
I suspect it goes down by at least 1. That would be the minimum.
Sorry, what I mean is you don't take a minimum of 1 point. It means you're going to reduce at least 1 point.
Gotcha.
Yeah, your success has to give you something, so it'd be a minimum of 1 point, regardless of your margin of success.
So it'll be okay. Are we reducing the shadow points that we currently have?
No, this is the 3
We're just
getting from
reducing
this
the
fight.
effect. So
That's
it'll
right.
be
So
it'll be 1 plus your margin of success.
That's a good way of looking at it.
All right. So in Horri's case, he succeeded by 1, so he would have only taken 1 shadow point.
And I got 4.
Yes, unfortunately, if you critically fail, you get the listed shadow points and 1 additional one.
Yep.
So I succeeded by 2. So does that mean I gained 1 or 0?
0.
That would be 0.
Yeah, because you're going to get a minimum of 1 point if you succeed. You're going to resist 1 point if you succeed, plus your margin of success.
Yep.
How Ronky stated it makes more sense.
Yeah, that's fine. Just checking.
Anybody else gain any shadow except for Horri and Caladorn?
Guess not.
No. I made it by
Okay.
2.
Okay. So recovery from shadow. Now this is the horrifying part. This can only be recovered sort of in between adventures when you have like a very extended long period of time. So it's not something that you can just recover sort of with a good night's sleep. This lingers, but for elves it's even more worse because they have something called the racial memory, the long defeat, and as such they may only ever remove 1 point of shadow.
Like ever?
Or at a time.
Like at a time.
Okay.
So even if you went and you spent 3 months like over winter resting, you're only ever going to remove 1 point of shadow.
Okay. So did Gwythan have enough time to reduce 1 between adventures then?
Yeah. So I want to be generous and say yes. At least reduce 1.
Is there a roll required?
No,
required to roll?
No,
Okay.
there isn't.
Then I have reduced it.
Damn, I was going to
let's
roll
see.
sway emotions to make everyone feel better.
Okay. It's hope. Your hope points can be restored through things like sleep and song and all that stuff.
Right.
Okay, so you take Caladorn over to the fire to warm him up. What else are you doing now that the scary white has gone away?
You see, Malara, I told you, fun would be had.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Look at this guy.
Except they already
bet-
rescued the kid.
What about
Yeah.
Missed
the
that part.
what about the corpse and what about the casket?
Yeah, I want to burn it. I want to put the corpse inside the casket and set it on fire. I think it's
That seems
the
reasonable.
sensible thing to do.
Do they salt the corpse in Lord of the Rings?
Will that help or make it worse?
I don't know.
It was a icy thing.
Wait, are there any mushrooms down here?
Yes, there are. You can go mushroom picking.
Sweet.
Careful with the spiders.
What spiders?
There are cobwebs everywhere.
Nobody said anything about spiders. All right, I'm out of here.
So who's all going to go
I
and
forgot
take
he had a thing about spiders.
who all is going to go and check out the casket?
Well, Horri will assist Mela in dragging this corpse over to the coffin and putting it in. He doesn't know about burning it. Perhaps we should say some words or something so it doesn't come back.
And if anybody would like to roll History Arnorian -2, or History Dunedain -2, or History Eridor -4, they're welcome to do so.
I should probably do that. Shouldn't I?
Well, you don't have to. But,
Pretty sure I
history...
have built the Law Keeper. So
Oh boy.
Never heard of it.
What about Caladorn?
which one was the best history?
He's unconscious, isn't he?
Well, we're saying the time has passed. The time has passed. It's only 15 minutes.
He doesn't have history Eriador. He only has history Dunedain.
If you could
He
roll
has
that at
area
minus...
knowledge Eriador.
Yeah, if you roll history
Eriador's the
Dunedain...
relevant one.
Okay, I'll list them again. History Arnorian -2, or History Dunedain -2,
I
or
missed
History
that one.
Eriador -5.
Wow, this is going to be tough. That's going to give me an 8.
Nain will pull out his books.
Holy
Yeah,
smokes.
success by 2.
Okay, so Caladorn, you you get up and walk over and look at the body, and there's something on the body, something in the funeral wear. And when you get over to if you do go over to the casket and look in, you see a number of funerary items, and something drops for you. And I'm going to drop this in for you. Did you get that?
Ah, yes. I think I know who this was. Gwendiath. In the days of Elendil, there lived a spear maiden named Gwendiath. She marched to war as part of the last alliance and won honor in the battle against the enemy. She fought in the siege of Barad-dûr, and when Arnorian was slain, she guarded his body so that orcs and trolls might not defile it. She returned to the North Kingdom after the war and was one of the counselors of Valandil for a time. She ruled her domain well, and when her daughter was of age, she gave up her spear and spent her last years studying and writing. In time, when her work was done, she breathed out her last strength and was laid to rest in a tomb built in the fashion of Numenor. This tomb was a monument by the road, a square building of marble that flashed in the young sun.
So you suspect strongly that the body lying at your feet, all hacked with 2 arrows sticking out of it, is that of Gwendiath.
We should return her to her rest, if possible.
When you go to the casket, you see a number of things lying arrayed in the casket. You see, let's see if I can call it up. Oh, sure, you're not gonna work for me, are you? Rotten thing. Do.
Why would it start working now?
I know. Miserable bloody thing. Let's see. What if I go to items here? Nope. Doesn't want to play. Okay, so what you see is, hell, I'll drop it into the...
Well, it's not like we're going to hide it.
You should be able to just drop those into the party sheet.
I guess the question is are you going to take them or not? That's the question.
No.
Well, given what we know, I kind of think not.
I'm not greedy.
Horri is,
You
but
want me
he
to
has a
roll
little bit
to
of respect
Try and determine
for
some
the
of
dead,
this stuff.
apparently.
So this is what you see, and this is kind of what triggers the memory for Caladorn, is he's looking in here and seeing some very precious items that were buried with Gwendiath.
Nain's really annoyed because there should be books here and there isn't.
Well, if there were books here, they would have probably decayed to where you couldn't read them anymore, because Gwendiath was around a very long time ago.
Just
So,
occurred to me
yes.
that factoid should have been Michael Caine.
Ah, yes.
Oh, my apologies.
Or we would suggest that instead of burning the corpse,
Rebury it.
to rebury it and restore the tomb to as it original probably was.
Well, within reason.
Is
Yeah,
that
that's what I would probably want to do as well.
Well, if that's what we should do, Caladorn, then that's what we'll do. Horri will
We'll have to.
go find a shovel and start clearing the area and getting ready to rebury the coffin.
Let's make
Sure, she
the
was-
big guy upstairs to to dig a bit.
Uh,
You can probably.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. They're the ones that disturbed her in the first place. They probably woke
Yeah.
her up.
Nain, did you just roll for an item?
Yeah. Just in case we're looking at them, there's something relevant.
Okay. Just looking at your rolls here. No, you weren't able to successfully identify anything.
Okay.
All right. So you're gonna get big dull Tam to come down and rebury the casket.
Well,
Yeah.
Caladorn's going to at least be doing a bunch of that because this is possibly a distant kinsman.
All right. Well, good call on choosing to not take the loot. And you,
Yep,
in
we don't
time,
want to bring a curse with us.
right. So in time, you do you get everything buried again, and Caladorn, you do what you can to remember, what it is that the Dunedain do at funerals to honor her memory.
Huzzah! Both of the dwarves said, "Yeah, we don't need to
Wow.
do anything."
Wow. Okay. Good rolls there on self-control. So with that,
Screw it. I'm taking the dwarven looking thing anyway. It's funnier this way.
so you're gonna try to take the ring, are you?
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
There are many magic rings in this world.
Yes, there are many
Yeah,
magic
they're all
rings. as well.
perfectly fine and safe, aren't they?
Is there something that you have that you can do this surreptitiously with, or not?
Hey, this looks dwarven. It should be mine.
Just like that, eh?
Yeah.
That's not very well hidden.
It was buried with her, though.
Play it out, guys. Play it out.
It's probably not very wise
So?
to take that. You will be cursed or something,
But she's like
I'm sure.
dead. Yeah, but like last time we went somewhere and took things, it was fine. See, you've got that axe and he's got those arrows and I've got this axe. It'll be fine.
And I do not have any remote skills to talk him out of that.
I have something. Dwarf
Anyone
with a ring.
food skills.
Okay. Skills. What? How would I do it first?
Diplomacy, persuasion,
Diplomacy.
fast talk.
Yeah. Which one you prefer? Diplomacy first because we just met and
Fine, I'll leave it.
it's better for you.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
We'll get you
all
a
right.
ring for you another day.
All right. I think that's cool. So you've
Let us avoid curses.
you've returned Gwendyth to her rest and observed proper ritual. You come back to the main floor and you've got
Has
you got-
Tolman murdered everybody up here? And claimed their
no.
life?
Tolman has not. Tolman has not. However, he does point out there's a parcel of things that the wizard Osmer had, and I will drop that into the party sheet because
Yeah, he had books.
he's liberating it.
Yeah, he had books up there, so that'll totally work for Nain.
Yeah, there you go.
And-
Distract him with books.
Yeah, and hopefully the money that he had also transferred over there into the party's loot.
Old ledgers for the Forsaken Inn. Where's the Forsaken Inn?
The Forsaken Inn is to the east of your location.
Oh, okay, I remember that. I've played the Lord of the Rings game.
It's outside.
Okay, so what are you guys going to do now?
Quite
I think we need to take Hamfast back and also turn these people over to the proper authorities.
Quaithon's like, is that it? Are we done?
You missed
Kind of
the early
expected
part.
more.
Well, we have to go back now.
That'll teach me to lag behind.
Indeed. And who is your new friend?
This is a words. Bardling I found along the way. Malar.
Hello, everyone. I'm.
He seemed
Malar.
trustworthy, so I brought him along.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
These
Master
are
Blaster.
yeah. You've got these two Osmer and Daltam to take back in irons or rope or whatever you have.
I'm sure they have plenty of rope here too.
They sure do. And Hamfast, he simply is just saying, I just want to go home. I miss my mother.
Indeed. We'll have to take him back.
Why,
and
your mother's awful.
possibly
He shouts a
introduce-
lot and hates dwarves.
Oh yeah, Gandalf was back in Bree.
Excellent. We can introduce
passed through
Osmer to
there.
Gandalf. Say, Gandalf, here's the guy pretending to be you.
Is there anything else you want to do here at the tower?
I would like, if possible, if we could like block it off so people can't, or it's more difficult to go downstairs now.
Yeah, I think you'd need construction supplies for that probably, but it's probably a reasonable thing to do to send a crew out and actually properly break it up.
Yeah, it's possibly something for later.
Mhm.
My list of to-dos is getting longer and longer.
Here's the map again, and you can see where Horri's character is. You can see where Horri's character is. That's kind of your location right now. How do you want to go back? And is there anything you want to do with the Feral homestead?
At best, stop by, tell them that the bandits have been taken care of, and we're taking some prisoners back to Bree.
All right. Are you well, let's just bounce that forward. You go back to the homestead, and Feral is suspicious, but somewhat grateful, although you would never know it by his attitude and disposition. However, you'll remember that the rest of the family was sort of under this man's thumb, and you can just visibly see a wave of relief wash over everyone at the word that the bandits have been, destroyed or removed from the tower. And so his sons thank you very much for all that you've done, and hand you off some bottles of wine and some chickens, some bread.
We'll accept, but probably won't stay here because they're only like a couple miles from where we were.
And I guess the question is which route back to Bree do you want to go? Do you want to go on the Great Road, or do you want to backtrack the way you came?
The road would be faster, wouldn't it?
Yeah, the road, absolutely.
Well, yeah, the road would just be would give you a bonus on your marching rolls.
Is that scale accurate? Is it
It's
actually 100 miles?
It should be 20 miles per hex.
Wow, that is a really long distance.
Yeah, 20 miles per hex.
Huh.
So we travel roughly 30 to 40 miles a day. So we've got 3 to 4 days back to Bree.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to say you're moving at 30 miles a day, you do have a horse and to carry some stuff. That works.
That seems
So-
awesome for Malar, that will talk all the way and pet everyone and just annoy everyone with stories and all that.
Oh, yes, there you go. I know we'd love to hear like this this, like I say, stream of consciousness somehow if we could do it in game. However, Malar is chatty, everyone. Very, very chatty. Oh, so
Well,
chatty.
Horri's totally engaged because he loves stories himself. So he will exchange
And
stories.
Nain belts out tunes on his drum to drown out his noise as they march.
Awesome. Okay.
I'm going to
so,
roll storytelling just to see how good Horri is. Apparently, he's good at telling stories.
Well
You
done.
did the same thing I did. I actually
I don't
have
have
that
any
as well.
storytelling.
Okay, well, if you're going to go by the road, so who wants to be the guide, and who wants to take the roles of hunter, lookout, and scout?
Right.
I've got
what-
13 on Navland.
You typically do the nav on this. I don't remember
I
how we.
Do the
I don't know,
tracking.
remember how we were doing it.
What?
Why did you roll 4 dice?
I have no idea.
That's
That's,
super weird.
Wait a second.
He's
What
extra
the hell?
cool.
I don't know where that came from. Okay.
That's really weird. I wonder why it rolled the extra die.
Isn't that curious?
I wonder if you pick it up and right click, will it actually add one?
Probably that's I have no idea. Yeah.
I've never tried to do that.
Yes, it will.
Yes, it will.
Okay.
Apparently, don't do that.
Well, look at that.
I think Gwythin can do the scouting. He's got a horse anyway.
Okay.
Okay, I got Gwyvin for scouting.
What else do you need?
So we need hunters, we need lookouts, and we need scouts, and we need one guide.
What skills needed?
Skills coming up.
Damn, I have all of those skills.
Yeah, the guide basically needs to have navigation land or cartography, mathematics, surveying, or because if you're familiar with this area, I'll even say area knowledge of this local region at -2.
Yeah, so I got like 13 and 14 and pretty much everything but tracking. So if anyone wants to be a
Yeah,
hunter, I can do any of
I
the
got
other things.
16 in tracking, so I should probably be the hunter.
Well, Horri can only be a lookout.
Okay, so adds 3 to that roll. So you made it by.
Okay.
So you were successful, but you didn't make the success by 5 or more. So there's going to be an event that's going to take place at a distance of 3 hexes.
We're going to meet Gandalf coming this way.
So it's like going to happen there.
Right next to that little wooded bit.
Orcs!
And so I'm going to have Nain. Roll on that once. Uh-oh, ill choices. Doubt. Okay, so we got to find out who is going to be targeted here. Nain, you might as well keep rolling here. See which is going to be the hunter.
Really?
Yes. Caladorn, you're on a roll.
Sorry.
Dude. So you have to make a roll against tracking or traps because somebody's made a poor decision here. Oh, succeeds by
Somebody.
3. All right. Okay, so that's good because on a failed roll, you would have something would have happened and you would have gained another shadow point. But everybody in the party, regardless, is going to take 2 points of long-term fatigue.
Oh, okay. Right. Did I have that already? I don't have that. I will add that.
Yeah, Malar, I may not have added that to your character sheet under the
Resources, right?
Yeah. So just if you want to add something new there for long-term fatigue.
You're just using a single generic long-term here.
I think I've been taking it from the after the end.
Right, but it's usually different types, so hunger or sleep or whatever.
Oh, yeah, sorry. No, this is just generic.
Okay.
Just the weariness of the road.
Fair enough. 2, you said?
2 points, yeah. And we'll have the guide make another roll at +3.
Who's the guide?
That was Nain. That's Nain.
Don't stick.
Oh my god, my dice.
You gotta be kidding me.
It's going to be one of those days.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so if it's a failure, the event occurs, let's see here, 2 hexes away. So it's going to occur like here.
Right before we get to Bree, yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If somebody wants to move the ubiquitous Horri travel token. Right, yeah, thank you. So there's been a delay. Ooh. So who's the target, Nain? A scout. Can roll naturalist, survival, or weather sense.
And that's Gwython?
I suppose that is, which, given the skill set
Could
on that,
also
that was
be
probably a
the-
mistake.
You don't have them, do you?
No, I've got them. I'm just not as good at it. So survival.
Can I be
or
scout as
naturalist?
well
Oh,
as
survival? I'm good.
No, you only be guide. Success by 5.
All good.
Hey, well done. So again, you don't lose 1 extra fatigue point, and you don't have the journey lengthened by a day.
But we almost did.
I almost did. But you all take another 2 points of long-term fatigue. So what do you think was the delay?
a very pretty weird set of moss on some rocks?
Someone would get some mushrooms or something.
I'm thinking that there was a stream that flooded or something like that, and because Gwyvin was doing the scouting ahead, he managed to find a good place to ford off the road.
All right, that works. Okay, so there's no point in us rolling for another event because you are literally in Bree on your next your next turn. So
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure my next roll's got to be a crit fail of 18 because I rolled
Mhm.
16 and 17. So maybe there is a point.
No. We're gonna say that you make
Bree
it to
explodes.
Bree. Yeah, Bree explodes. You guys make it to Bree safe and sound, but just a little worse for the wear for the trip. And I'll share this image, which is a contrast to the image you remember her from. I couldn't quite get a more hokier smile, but at least she's still gripping the broom, so she
Oh,
might
right.
lash out. You never know.
Ori will
Those
be
knuckles
standing in the back.
Are a bit tight.
Yeah, you got to
So
warn
this-
people about that first.
So Lucinda, she comes running out, arms open, and hugs Hamfast and kisses him and embarrasses the hell of him in front of everybody. And the townspeople are cheering. And after the hugs and the tears and everything, she says to all of you, she says, I have no reward to give you, nothing but my lifelong gratitude. You cannot know how worried I have been every moment since you left. It was no doubt. It wasn't doubt that plagued me. I never thought you incapable of finding my son. She said, but I've been haunted, a strange, terrible dream, night after night, always the same, a dark hill, looming against a stormy sky and coming down from the north, threatening all of Bree. But this reassures me. I knew you would succeed. Thank you for bringing my Ham home safely again. And she pauses, and she looks sheepishly at Horri in the back, and she looks at him very sheepishly, and she says, Master Dwarf, thank you. I, and with that she blushes, and she walks away with Hamfast back to her house.
Gwython gets a
Uh-huh.
very puzzled look on his face.
Now we need to
Let's
find
see.
out who's in charge.
Ori shagged
gonna-
her sister, remember?
Malar's gonna tap Ori
I
in the
couldn't
back.
forget.
Hey, looks like you got some luck there.
Well, I lie. I forget the sister, but I couldn't forget her and her broom.
All
I
right.
want to know what she did with her broom.
So, Gwython, you know that Gandalf is at the pony.
Was at the pony. May not
Was at
be.
the pony.
Well, was at the pony, yes.
It was almost a week ago now. You know how he gets.
Indeed.
Since
Gandalf,
everyone
he gets
else
high.
to do his job, then leave.
So,
Yeah, we'll go check.
So indeed, when you go to the pony, so I did a little bit of research on this. Apparently, the inn at this point is in the Butterbur family, and Tolkien only ever referenced Barlaman's father as like Mr. Butterbur Senior or Butterbur the Senior. So I gave him a name. I'm calling him Barnabas, Barnabas Butterbur. And he sees you come in. He just eyes Horri somewhat meanly, but not threateningly, and says, you're back. The old wizard, he wants to see you. He's just in the
he's
room
here.
off the common room here. The old man wants to see you.
Most excellent. We need to introduce this
User
fellow to him.
disconnected from your channel.
Oop.
Uh-oh. We lost things. No. Well, things
Which
will
things?
return. He will return.
He's
So
returning now.
you come into the room, and
User
Gandalf
joined your
sees
channel.
you.
Hey, come on
Gandalf
in.
sees you, and Gandalf nods at you all and removes a long pipe from his mouth and grins at you all and says, well, I am grateful for your return of the young Ham and to happily clear up my good name at the same time.
And we're going to point to
Unfortunate-
Osmer and say, and this is Gandalf the Blue.
Yes, you scoundrel, you. Tell you what,
Who's a weird guy in the grey robe with the hat?
I think, if you don't mind, I'll order some drinks. Would you please take that man and take him over to the guard house and see that he's chained up? I will deal with him later.
Ooh, I'm curious to see what he's going to do.
It's going to teach him some spells.
And to grow
So
beard.
yes, I
Are you going
think
to
that
turn him
you.
into a nude?
No, I don't know what I might turn him into. I wish I could say an honest man, but I somehow think he's too far gone. So you two will, you folks will escort Daltam and Osmer to the stockade, where the constable will take them into custody and lock them up. You don't see clearly, but there is somebody else in the jailhouse as well. You just can't quite make it out who.
That's probably that lady's sister who stole all of Horri's clothes.
So you come back to the pony. Gandalf says, "Please sit down, all of you." And he looks at you all. I can see the fatigue on your faces, and can sort of sense there's something else going on that he's concerned about just by looking at how you all look. And then he looks up to see Malar and says, "And who might you be?"
I'm boarding from Dale. I'm with Caravan.
And he takes a long drag from his pipe and blows some smoke rings and says, "From Dale, are you?"
Yes.
"And how did you end up with this bunch, I might ask?"
Well, I just get a bit delayed from the caravan, and I crossed paths with Gwaydon here, and his friends seemed to need for help, and I went to help. And in good time, we did.
"Well, please sit and stay a while, unless you need to be off with the caravan. I have a feeling, however, you've got some catch-up. I saw them leave about a week ago. I think they've probably are well into the Shire by now."
Let them be. It's good. They're going to the Blue Mountains, and I can catch them in the return journey in September or something.
"Well, very well." He says, "Sit a while." And he says, "Tell me all that has transpired since I sent you to Queen Nimue at Londare. Don't spare me any detail. But first," and he shouts out, "refreshments." And he says, "Barnabas Butterbur, a round of ale and wine, and bring some food for my guests." And you hear Mr. Butterbur shout out, "Barlaman, where are you at now? Boy, attend to Mr. Gandalf and his friends." And you hear this little youthful voice pitch up, "Right away, Da." And now Gandalf sits back and wants to hear your report. Now, I've gone to the liberty of doing this if somebody would like to read it out, rather than you try to scratch your noggins to come up with a report.
Suppose we might want to edit.
But this is kind of an overview of your trip to Londare and back. But again, if somebody wants to read that, they're welcome to, or wants to read pieces.
Yeah, if nobody else will, I will.
Malar was
Fill your
there.
boots.
You're the
All right.
boss, so it should probably come from you.
We set out as you bade us, guided by Queen Nimue's seer and his troubling vision of a lone woman upon an island clutching a blackened sword. We crossed the western waters. When at last we reached the island, we fought off evil specters in the winds. We found a group of Losoth hunters shipwrecked. They were wary, but willing to speak, and they told us...
disconnected from your channel.
Uh-oh. What was that? Somebody dropped. And they told us of Elwing, a young woman of Londare who had vanished into the forest, now a place of dread where the living seldom tread. That rhymed. And of ancient ruins deeper inland that none of their people dared approach.
User joined your channel.
We pressed into those ruins and found the remnants of a Numenorian fortress, its carvings still bearing the pride and sorrow of that lost people, my kin. From there, we climbed the hill to a grave, where the spirit of an old woman appeared before us, stern, grieving, and warning that old shadows were rising once more. Her warning drove us into the haunted wood, where we found a barrow shrouded in mist. Within, Elwing hid in terror, and only gentle song and patient words drew her back from her despair. Yet in the heart of the mound lay a sword, veined with darkness, half buried in the earth. And I think at that point, Caladorn is going to place the sword on the table so Gandalf can examine it. We saw a vision of an ancient Arnorian knight. She said she had been charged to break the darkness under Amon Garuthos. When we drew the sword forth, the air grew cold, and the dead answered. Wood wights rose from the fog, skeletal remnants bound to ancient grief, and we fought them through choking mist and treacherous ground. When the battle ended, we gathered what relics and coin the wights had hoarded, axes, arrows, and old silver, and returned Elwing to Londair. Queen Nimue sent us back to Bree to find you and report all that we had seen, but we apparently had a side quest to deal with.
All right. And do you want to just give him the highlights of your trip out to the tower and back?
Yeah, we were asked to find Hamfast, and we ventured forth, and we accomplished that. And we found Gwendaeth from the days of Elendil's barrow. Unfortunately, she had turned into a white.
So what happened here? Hostage rescue. You guys look like you've been through it.
Perps were
Bandits were uncooperative.
So Gandalf will draw on his pipe thoughtfully and not say much at all, but his brow deepens with each passing word, especially of Tol Morwen, the haunting vision of the old woman, the forest wight, and the finding of the sword. And he does indeed look at the sword that you placed down. And he also then knots his brow even deeper at the stirring of another wight, so close to Bree. And then he taps the bowl of his pipe thoughtfully. And he says, a white stirring, and in the weather hills, troubling indeed, such things do not wake without cause. Shadows lengthen in places once where they slept. Speak of this to no one. Do you understand? And at this he gives each of you a very severe look. And then there is an unsettling pause, and he just sits there in the silence. You can hear the people out in the common room laughing and so on and so forth. But there's this very dissettling discrepancy between what you just told him and the mirth of the people outside. But this unsettling pause is broken as the door opens and you see this youngster come in, a boy of about 10 years old, Barlaman Butterbur.
Good
And he says, here we are, Mr. Gandalf. And Gandalf's demeanor brightens instantly. Ah, that's a good lad, Barlaman. And so the young boy puts the ale and food and sets everything up in your common room. And Gandalf says, now mind you, Barlaman, please close the door behind you when you leave. And so once the boy leaves and the door is closed, Gandalf leans in and says, he's a good lad, but forgetful. I swear, should he inherit this place, he will forget his name as much as his duties. Gandalf then takes a look at that sword.
Like foreshadowing.
It's a little foreshadowing. So Gandalf, he takes a look at that sword, and he looks at it, and he studies the sword while smoking on his pipe. And he will hum and he will haw, and his bushy eyebrows will come again together under his hat. And at last he will finally say, I have no knowledge of any hill or any place called Amon Gurathos, although clearly it is an elven term. This sword, however, I would wield with caution. The taint of Númenorian arrogance and conceit has a long reach in the line of its descendants, and I cannot be entirely certain that this formidable blade was forged without some craft influenced, however small, by Angmar. Wield it sparingly, Caladorn. If you wish to discover more about this Amon Gurathos, and I believe you should, Caladorn, then I would advise you to travel to Rivendell and seek the counsel of Elrond, Lord of Rivendell. He is most wise in the lore concerning these matters and has a long memory. However, I have a more pressing matter for you and your friends. I have to send you south again. So Gandalf takes a drink from his mug of ale and he looks at Horri. Before I forget, Horri, son of Nori, your recent revelry has almost earned you a lifetime ban from the pony. Barnabas was none too pleased to have you march up the stairs with nothing on but your audacity. However, after a few inquiries, I learned something of the truth of the matter. After a few drinks with Lucinda's sister Glenda, You learned that she could wash out your traveling clothes. You merely left your clothes outside your door for Glenda to wash for you. And you happened to leave your coin purse on top of your trousers rather than simply leave the agreed amount on top of the clothes. Now, Glenda tried to call your attention to the mistake, all of which I'm sure went in one hairy ear and out the other that evening, and she returned home. Her sister was in such a fury over her son's disappearance. Well, she didn't listen to Glenda's explanation of why your clothes were in her room. Yeah, I'm going to just edit that for a moment. That happened afterwards. No, she was so upset that she saw these clothes, she wasn't willing to listen to Glenda's explanation. But he says, Lucinda now knows the truth, so all is forgiven. And he reaches down into his own pouch and he pulls out a little bag of silver. He says, so here's your bag of silver, and he tosses it at you, less the charge for the washing. He says, I see you're still baffled somewhat by one point, as to how you managed to get out of your room and walk around Bree and get back to the stables in a state of nature. Well, he says, I'm sure that's something none of us wishes to imagine, nor even to describe. He says, so let's leave that all behind us, shall we? And he gives you a wink.
Horri's going to go, yes, of course. It's coming back to me. That's exactly how it happened.
Gwython's going to raise an eyebrow and say, why, what did they think happened?
Well,
What was the room for?
Horri's going to sort of sheepishly shrug. I don't know. And that is being honest. He will scratch his head. I think I may have drank a little too much that night, and I can't remember everything that took place. But that
User on your
story,
channel timed out.
that
A
story,
dwarf
Gandalf.
drinking too much.
Zip it, Caladorn.
User joined your channel.
But that story, Gandalf says, makes perfect sense. But at least it's all forgiven, and we shall put it behind us.
Yep.
Yes.
And we need to spend some time here in this tavern recovering. Maybe do some dancing, even though I don't have the dancing skill.
I can sing.
I don't have that either.
And I
I can
have
shoot things.
penetrating voice, so I'll
A
sing
performance is
loudly.
required. I can do music things. A DC, sorry, what do we need?
Music, play the drums.
We're waiting for the
take me a
GM to
couple minutes.
unscrew his comms.
I'll
Let's
tell
make
you
it
what,
party.
Gwython can probably shoot in rhythm and shoot a gong or something.
Or he will fail his compulsive carousing. And he will,
User in your channel
once
timed
again, drink all too much.
Wow, he did have a comms issue. He dropped off.
Well, I guess he had enough.
Maybe back.
He's coming back. Nobody say anything.
out. User
Very
joined your
quiet.
channel.
Okay, I'm back. Rotten audio issue. Can everyone hear me?
No.
All right. All right. So sorry, I completely missed everything. Horri, you kind of said, oh, that's exactly how it happened. And then I lost everything else.
Yeah, you didn't miss anything.
We were teasing him.
Oh, okay. Then I did miss something, darn it. All right. What was the sum up of the tease?
We're mocking
That-
it. It's you dwarf that can't hold his liquor.
Ah,
Basically,
Alright.
he said that, yeah, that's exactly what happened, though he doesn't remember any of it. He says he drank too much. But Gandalf's story sounds legit, so
okay.
he'll go with that. And
Alright.
He'll put it all behind.
I think Caladorn's probably going to ask Gandalf, well, I hope you're not wanting us to head out immediately because we need to recover from the road.
And Gandalf says, no, let me tell you a little bit about what I need of you next. If
Going
you take
south,
it.
are we going to go talk to the Rohirrim?
Not that
Tingle
far
Fingle?
south. Not that far south. No. As for the business of sending you south, while you were away, the guards took a certain scoundrel into custody, a hedge bandit by the name of John a Leaping. He was caught skulking near the East Road and is now cooling his heels in the guardhouse. Gandalf puffs on his pipe and blows some smoke rings. Ordinarily, I would leave such matters to the local constabulary, It is not my place to meddle in the affairs of Bree's lawkeepers, but this fellow is no ordinary rogue. He boasts loudly of his friendship with Captain Gurnow, the self-styled ruler of Tharbad. And Gurnow has imprisoned a good man, Borlus, a shoemaker of this town, on a false charge, demanding a ransom for his release. Gandalf sighs, weary but resolute. The people of Bree would gladly trade John a leaping for Borlus a cobbling, but they dare not escort him to Tharbad themselves. Gurnow's reach is long, and his temper short. And then Gandalf turns to you, Caladorn, and his gaze sharpens. And you, Caladorn, your sister ranger Orithel, has in past whispered to me her suspicions. She believes the mischief in these lands hides a deeper root. If she is right, then this John a-Leaping must be kept on the shortest leash, or perhaps allowed to run just far enough to lead you to whatever darker business lies beneath. Your encounter with the white in the tower only presses the point further. He sits back and eyes everyone. I will never command you to do anything against your will. I can only ask. But I believe you are the only ones who can see this matter through without needless bloodshed. Will you take John a-Leaping as your prisoner, escort him to Tharbad, and bargain for Borlus's freedom?
Well, I always wanted to travel the Greenway south.
Tharbad. Yeah.
What
where
do
is
we
that?
know? Okay, hold on. I am going to consider about what little I know about Tharbad.
What,
And
area knowledge?
fail to figure or
Area door.
remember anything particularly important.
So you know, and actually you guys actually went past Tharbad on your way back from Londare, if you recall.
Did we?
Yeah. Yeah, in fact, you probably did the same thing.
Right, we took the river up, and it's abandoned.
Right.
It's not abandoned so much as it is it used to be a marvelous city of at one time, or community, and it has fallen into great sort of disrepute. So it's actually quite the little center, I learned, at least in the world of the One Ring. So no, actually it is at a crossroads, and there are, let's see, any number of ne'er-do-wells who live there. So what I can read to you from, because Nain, he succeeded in his area knowledge role. What can I tell you a little bit about Tharbad here? All roads in the north lead to the crossings of Tharbad. There is no better place to cross the rushing gray flood. That's one thing that's known about it. Let's see, what else can I tell you? Let's see here. So what Nain knows is generations ago, floods washed out the heart of Tharbad, or what's left are shambles, and those shambles are decaying ever faster now. It's often a place known for sort of a feeling of desperation, a sense that no one can be trusted and everyone's out to rob you. Only a fraction of the town's many ancient buildings are inhabited. So yeah, it's not exactly a prosperous place, but it's just sort of hanging on by whatever people can do to keep it together.
All right. Well, Caladorn will look at him and basically say, "Well, you need not command me, Mithrandir. If it needs to be done, I shall see it done."
On you I can count, Caladorn. I just wonder about your friends. I have imposed so much upon them.
What say you, company?
I go where you
Well,
go.
Mahler is in.
I don't have anything better to
We have
do.
already seen the darkness spreading in the Far East, or some of us have. So trying to find the darkness and where it's taking root in the West here is something that is of grave importance, even if others don't realize it yet.
Well
If there's
said.
danger there, let's go face it.
That is well said. That's very well said. Okay, and
All for one and one for all.
well, there we
That's
go.
the wrong game.
There we go. So anyway, so indeed, Gandalf smiles, and very faint smile, and he nods his head. He says, I want you to take your time to rest and recuperate here. The guards will release Jonna leaping into your custody when you are ready. There's no rush because Borlus is being held until a ransom is given. So until then, he says, rest, eat, gather your strength. The greenway is long, and the shadows to the south are not idle, as we know. And he says, and stick to the greenway or nearabouts. There is no need to be walking upon any downs. And then finally he says, and Caladorn.
Yeah, we are tired of dealing with whites, aren't we?
He says, and Caladorn. He says, Caladorn, remember to use it sparingly.
Oh, already have weapon bond in it, though.
All
At
right.
least he didn't tell me to keep it secret or keep it safe.
No, that he didn't. Just to not talk about what you had encountered. So I think at this point, okay, so Grog is giving Gandalf a giant book that is Nain's journal. Definitely includes many drawings of moss and fungi. So Gandalf nods, takes the book. He's interested in books after all, and pours some more ale into his mug and starts flipping through it.
Yeah, that everything that we've done would have been written down by name. It's like, here you go. You wanted an account that's focused on all of the wrong things? Here you go.
All
the
right.
wrong things. I like that.
All right. So, Gandalf's eyes kind of lighten up and he smiles and thank you, Master Dwarf. Thank you. I will enjoy reading through this tome. And I don't know what else is on the tome. Is it a clean book, or is there's little bits of moss and things hanging off of it?
Oh, there'd definitely be bits of moss like stuck to pages
All
that
right.
have dried. Because, you need samples sometimes.
Okay.
Little
So
dried what's in there.
So I think at this point, the evening is yours to do with as you wish, and of course to replenish yourselves.
Time to dance.
All right.
Hey, that restores one hope to all listeners.
It's true. So if you have been down a hope point, indeed, his playing music is going to help you recover some of that.
And
Well,
just rest here tonight will be another one.
What is our max supposed to be at this
IQ.
point?
Yeah, you're a max.
Total?
Your max. Yeah, your max is your IQ, base IQ.
Shit, I was really down then.
So a good night's sleep in a comfortable condition will restore one hope point, and story and song restores one hope point to all listeners. On a critical success, it restores 2. And let's see, is there anything else? I think that is kind of it.
I've rolled
So
before for singing.
we're not
Do you
likely
want
to
to roll
recover
again?
shadow.
No, shadow, unfortunately, is something that requires a lot longer to recover, a lot longer time.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
in between adventures.
In the One Ring, it's during Yule, which is that winter break.
Oh, right.
That's when the shadow can be recovered. So, and it also depends on how you have interfered with the enemy's plans. So if you marginally interfered with the shadow, you get 1 point of shadow removed. If you actively hindered or damaged the enemy's plans, then 2 points are removed. If you achieved a great victory that attracted the attention of the Dark Lord or his major servants, 3 points get removed. But elves, unfortunately, may only ever remove 1 point of shadow.
Just as well they live for a long time then.
This is it. So that's the risk, is that it's easy to spend hope and it's easy, I think, to gain it back, but it's the shadow that slowly builds over time. And that's where, if it starts to equal your current hope score, that's where you're going to fall into the miserable state. Or
Yeah,
worse.
I figure we're probably going to stay here until we're all back to max on hope.
Yeah. And there is no need to rush this. Like John Leaping isn't going anywhere. They've got to do their charging of Osmer and Deltam, all that stuff, and you might
That's
want to be
true.
a part
and
of
they
that.
may need us to testify.
Yeah. So there's no rush. Gandalf isn't wrong on that point.
He's not
And
often
about
wrong.
long-term fatigue points? Do we
Yeah.
get the rest from those two?
I am just looking at that as well. I'm drawing a bit of a.
That'll take a few days to recover those.
That's right. At the end of each day in which you eat 3 full meals and get a full night of sleep, you remove 4 LFP. And if you spend the whole day doing nothing but resting and eating, double it to 8.
Yep. Easy peasy.
So I would say that you guys can restore your hope to your full hope point deck and remove your long-term fatigue points by that point.
Now I need to get rid of these 4 shadow points. Damn it.
That's the trouble.
Well, we can always go through the barrow downs and destroy some whites.
No, let's not.
Yeah, and again, right, the whole thing about the shadow is that it's spiritual, it's spiritual wear. It's going to be there, it's going to linger. Now, I should say that you can do something else, I think, with that, and that is what we call in the game Harden Will and Shadow Scar. So I'm going to share this with you.
Right.
So if you're struggling under the burden of the shadow, you can tap into your innermost reserve of spiritual energy and harden your determination before it's too late. So you have to make a modified will roll at -1 for every 3 accumulated shadow points. Let's see here.
Yeah, I don't think I'm quite to that point yet.
And
Although
so
I am going
basically,
to change one of my quirks to where he has a white streak in his hair from that thing doing the thing to him.
that sounds cool. So yeah, it's really up to you folks what you want to do with the time that you've got. If you just want to hang out and rest, go for it.
Yeah, we should go to Tom Bombadil and spend a few days there and recover everyone from everything.
I don't know who that
Right.
is.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Or he
singing
will
over
get
there.
his laundry done.
Right.
Yeah, I think Caladorn's just gonna calm down, relax, try to recover. He probably will try to chat with Gandalf about the Dame Tyrandus, the previous owner of this sword, to see if he can find more information out about her. But
Okay.
otherwise, it's just recover and plan for the next trip.
And should we also mention the need to seal the
That's a
tomb
really
back?
good point. That is a really
Yeah.
good point. We should probably try to arrange that.
Sorry, I was looking at something while you guys were talking. I apologize. I was just looking over my rules on the recovery of shadow, et cetera, et cetera. What was that you just said?
Trying to arrange a blocking off of that tower, or
Oh, yes. Okay. Well, what shall we do to to rule on that, I wonder?
I don't know.
I mean, is there anybody in this area that's got a quarry? There must be somebody who does construction. Would that be I don't know. Does it sound like a streetwise check, more like a merchant roll, maybe?
Like a merchant?
Yeah, I think it might be a merchant thing, but
Otherwise,
I
it
ain't got no merchanting.
normally defaults to IQ when finding like hirelings and stuff like that.
You can roll merchant.
Yeah, I mean, go for it. Give a merchant roll. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So let's say you do find somebody who's willing to hear you out about the request. What exactly do you say to them?
Yeah, I'd say that we have a construction work to do. It's an unsafe location that needs to be sealed, and that's it. I would lie because some kids might fall inside and it's dangerous and it tends to flood and it needs to be sealed, the entrance. It's a ruined tower, so it's dangerous. Sort of.
All right. They ask how far from Bree it is.
Yeah, a few days along the road. It is along the road, right?
Was there not a town over there?
No towns in that vicinity.
Well, no.
Yeah, it's
named
just
Just
town.
past
after-
Farrell's place.
Yeah.
Yeah. The merchant, he says, yeah, no dice. We don't don't go out that far to do work. We stay in the Bree area. We stay along this side of the Weather Hills.
And would you know someone who does that? Who could do it?
He says, honestly, I don't think you're going to find anybody who wants to take the time to go and haul anything out there and do that kind of work. Which I think makes sense because that tower, like so many of the watchtowers out in the on the Weather Hills, they're all like falling apart.
Well,
What should you do then?
I suppose the more efficient way to handle the situation is to finish collapsing the tower.
And yeah, he wishes you luck, but he says no. You know, we won't even go out there to scrounge to get to go and get blocks of building material.
Yeah, it's so far from that. Probably need to reach the dwarf or something that would do it.
Yeah, he nods. He says, the dwarves might for a good price, but I don't know if you're going to get any dwarves to come out from the Blue Mountains to come this far to do anything.
Yeah, it'll be hard. And the caravan will not have time to stop there. They'll be racing the winter in the mountain pass, so they won't be stopping for that in return. I don't know.
Okay. Well, that's one potential lead that's kind of dried up. But thank you, Malar. Nain, you're playing. I can't open that link. What are you playing precisely? A big drum of some kind?
Yeah, it's a drum. It's actually a song. I put it in Discord, so you probably don't want to play a copyrighted song on stream anyway.
Okay. Well, we can listen to it after the fact. So you're going to be entertaining. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
All right. What else is what are other people doing? Yeah, you're right, Caladorn. You are going to get called to testify, or at least the constabulary that of what it is going to come by and want to ask questions about what you saw and what role you played.
And I shall tell them. No need to hide anything.
Horri, you're having your clothes laundered.
Yes.
Is there anything else?
Now?
Is there anything else you want to do while you're in Bree, or are you just kind of putting your feet up and really just relaxing?
Horri will be giving in to his compulsive carousing, so he will spend that downtime drinking, having fun, singing, dancing.
Nice.
Yeah. Same for Marla.
Same for Marla. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I'm kind of curious to know for Nain. Did you roll earlier? Well, you rolled musical instrument drum 16, succeeded by 6. Let's see here. Let's give you Dungeon Fantasy would suggest $2 times your margin of success.
Oh, okay.
So why don't you give yourself that kind of money?
Alrighty.
I'm just scrolling through the various options here. I'm just looking for carousing. Is there anything one can do with carousing? There's gambling. Does anybody gamble?
No, that's bad luck.
Can't remember.
Yeah,
I thought maybe
I don't have that. I have carousing.
Yeah, I wondered if Horri had gambling. I can't remember.
I'm not seeing it.
Maybe it was Mel's character.
Tolman, bro.
Or he might actually go and check in on Cassandra.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is true. She's probably around here somewhere. And
Right.
Horri and Malar, I think you guys might recognize each other as well. And Nain, for that matter. I'm not sure, but Horri's from the Blue Mountains.
So after Malar's had a bath and washed off the dirt, it's like, that's who you are. I remember you now. I didn't recognize you under all that dust and dirt.
Yeah, neither do I with your clean clothes. All those washings definitely change a person.
Well, it's been a while since I've been back home.
Yeah.
What's happening back there?
Well, I was heading there.
You did a bad job.
Yeah, I got lost. They didn't wait for anyone, dwarves. They just keep walking. And, well, the worst part has gone, so it's okay to. I'll wait here.
Well, I'm sure you're welcome to travel with us. Caladorn's
Yeah,
a
I
bit
guess
of a
so.
pushover. He'll let anyone join our
so-
little band. He let me join.
I don't think he let me join. I just followed.
Yeah, you won't send anyone away.
All right. Gwython, you going to do anything at all?
I think Gwython's primary purpose during this down period is to make sure it lasts as short as possible. He's going to get really antsy because there's really nothing interesting to do.
Yeah. 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 Okay. So I think once you are all healed up with your hope points back to full and your fatigue points are gone, I think this is where we will shift focus to setting yourselves to hit the road again and head south. But first, you've got to go pick up the prisoner.
No, first we have to get supplies and stuff.
If you wish, what supplies would you like to get?
We're going to need like rations and all that jazz because we've been using some of those,
All
presumably.
right. I think I have all of that in the items.
Okay. And we would have to look at chatting with the dudes and picking up the guy and heading out.
All right. Well, who would like to go and talk to the prisoner, and who wants to go and do the quartermastering?
I don't want to talk
Oh.
to the prisoner, but I'll talk to the constabulary, find out what's going on.
Yes. Talking is with Malar.
All right.
Talking
That's true.
a
He
lot.
likes talking to people.
Yeah.
Sure.
Horri will go along with Malar to
Okay. All right. And who wants to go and do some quartermastering and just start drawing up a list of what you feel you're going to need to get down to Tharbad? That's quite a distance.
Who handles the admin around here?
I am not a merchant. I have none of those kind of skills. Caladorn is very much in the mindset of like, okay, I'm in the woods. That's fine. That means I can go hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Tharbad is about 200 miles to the south.
so that's a week at least.
Food for 10 days for however many of us there are.
Sure.
Wonder what it would take to get everybody horses.
Horses are like 2,000. Ponies are 1,500.
Well, I know what they are in Gurpies, but I don't know if it's any different here.
Well, I think we'd stick with the dungeon fantasy approach on that one.
Do they do it any different? I don't think I've ever actually looked. Not important. You don't have to wait for that.
No. I mean, I'm going to guess they don't do it any different.
Probably not.
Yeah.
It would also appear that Horri has no money. That's right, because I took it
Well-
off when I lost my purse.
Oh, I wonder, did it go and where did it go? I got a
no
big old
idea
list.
I have no idea what it would have
what
been.
it was. Oh my. I wonder where it went. That's odd.
He
Where do you
came
think you-
back from what's her name's house without his pants.
Yeah, he did. It's just that I don't know where he would have put the pouch in terms of deleting it or just placing it somewhere.
Well, I still have the pouch. I've just removed all the money that he had.
Oh, I see.
Did we earn money from the previous trips? I'm not sure.
The money the money you've earned so far is actually sitting there in the party sheet.
Okay, so I should be able to find Horri's money by looking at GCA.
I would think so. So are you interested to actually look at getting horses?
I don't know how much they
If you're
are.
using DF for that, then looks like they're in DO16, the Wilderness Adventures, and yeah, it's using the normal GURPS prices for that. So far too expensive for anybody to actually purchase.
Okay.
So we'd need a patronage for that, and I'm gonna assume in Gwythin's case that he probably borrowed the one that he was using and has to return it.
Right. Okay. We're going to just set aside the
Which makes me
housekeeping. We're going to set aside the housekeeping. we'll jump to the actual prisoner. So this is who you see waiting for you when you finally go to collect him.
Yeah, that
Jesus
guy's not
Christ.
skulky looking.
So he's just sitting there, rather sullen and withdrawn. But he is bound and gagged.
Gagged.
Yeah.
That's a bit odd.
And the guard will say, "Take the gag off him. See if he shuts up." That's why the gag's on him.
So noted.
I'll take the gag off.
Okay. So John says, "Thank you so much." Oh, what a rotten smelling rag, he says, turns to the guard. "You could have washed the damn thing out before you handed it to me instead of wiping your brow with it." "Who the hell are you guys?"
Prisoner
We're
transfer.
your yeah.
"Don't all speak up at once."
We're taking you
We're
home.
your keepers for the next while.
"Are you now? So where are you going to take me, keepers?"
Well, that's up to you to figure out.
It's Tharbad.
"Tharbad?
Yes.
No. I don't want to go back there.
That's why you're going back there.
There's no need for me to go back there."
There is a need. We're going to transfer. We're going to exchange you for someone who's useful.
No, you don't understand. Look, I was just on the Green Way, minding my own damn business when these people took me into custody. I don't understand why.
You have an ill-favored look.
That's a dog in the background
What was that?
barking out in the yard outside the guardhouse.
That's my dog. Sorry. It's okay now. He's gone.
"Well, there's no need to take me back, but if you must, fine. But I'll have you know this.
We
If
must.
any harm comes to me, any at all, the master of Tharbad you'll face punishment at his hand.
So you're
That-
important to him.
That you can know."
Excellent. You're important to him. So he will cooperate
He-
when we swap you for someone useful.
There's nobody
He-
useful
this
down
guy
there for
doesn't-
me.
This guy doesn't want to go back, but he's important to the other guy.
I don't see any need for me to go back whatsoever. They've got nothing on me. I've been unlawfully imprisoned here.
Well, that's not our problem. It's yours. You're going back. So you better behave, or you're getting a dirty rag in your mouth again.
Well, if you knew what's good for you, once we're out of this godforsaken town, you'll cut me loose and let me go.
Well, considering we voluntarily go off and fight whites and other evil creatures, we clearly don't know what's good for us.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And he kind of looks at you oddly. All right. So are you literally saying that, Caladorn, or?
I don't. No, probably not, because Gandalf told us to keep it on the download.
Yeah.
That was just me thinking out loud. We clearly don't know what we're doing.
Well, if you don't know what you're doing, I don't know why I'm with you. Anybody want to do a body language roll?
Don't have it, so can't.
No, only detect lies.
Doesn't it default to detect lies -4? Yes, it does.
Maybe.
Detect lies -4 or psychology -4.
Detect lies.
Sadly, I don't have either of those, so I can't default to a default.
It's a body language, right? Body language.
Yeah, it's detect lies -4.
I'm just setting the modifier.
Oh, failure by
So
1.
close.
Yeah.
Close. Okay.
Well, it is a contest.
Let's see here. Is it a contest?
Actually, I may be wrong about that.
No, you might be right. Let me
It
just see
depends
here.
on the situation, I think.
Well, I think if he was trying to hide something, maybe, but
Mm-hmm.
it just says the ability to interpret a person's facial expressions or body posture in order to gauge feelings. All right. Well, it's a failure by 1. So I'll say
Fail
this.
with style.
Yeah, fail with style.
Yeah.
Millar, you definitely know that the confidence that he's projecting, it's just hiding. It's hiding what he's really feeling underneath all that, but you can't get a sense of what exactly he is feeling.
Can I
Okay.
fast talk him to speak clearer instead of hiding?
What are you looking for exactly?
I'm trying to figure out what is real value to the persons in Tarbard, and if well, they demanded him back, right?
Did they?
No. The town of Bree is wanting
Sending
to
him back.
sort of trade him for
Oh,
Want me
the
to
other
offer
for
him.
the other dude. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. In that case, I would try to figure out what, that if he's actually a real value for Tarbot.
Okay. We're at 5 minutes to. I think we will call it at this point and give yourselves 2 character points, as is our norm. And before we sign off, is there anything you guys want to discuss?
We have money on the party sheet. We should probably distribute that.
Okay, dokie. Now, is this where I hit the sell items button, or is this where I do something else?
If you hit sell items, it'll go into the coin, and there's an option there to then distribute the coins.
Yeah, we don't need to sell the items because I don't think there's anything in there that's actually worth selling.
No. So it's hitting that distribute assignments and coins. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I
Yep.
think so.
Okay, let me do that. Let's see what happens.
Bloop.
Okay, it did. It's just that it's the things that are kind of maybe can't be distributed, like 1 piece or 5 pieces.
Yeah. Okay, so there's a little bit left over, but that means that the rest of us aren't dead broke like we used to be.
No, that's right. That's right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna switch over to the outro, and then we can have more conversation once we're offline here. So, if you're watching this, thank you. And if you have questions, corrections, suggestions, feel free to leave a comment here or find us on Discord. Please consider liking and subscribing to our YouTube and Twitch channels. And thank you for watching. Olympus out.
Off you go.
Bye-bye.